We have a schizophrenic recording tonight. Hey, Cindy.
Hello.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Bill.
We
You
didn't
look
know
like
what time
you,
it was.
Mel, you look like you're airbrushed. You have some sort of a haze in front of you. Is your
Yeah,
is,
I'm just holy. It's the knot is rubbing off on me. I don't know why it's like that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
possibly
Ooh, teach me. That'll cover any wrinkle or
the Mel
bump.
is glowing. The Mel is glowing as a saint.
there you go.
Well, there it is. It was
Mr.
just,
Aloysius,
Yeah, the
there
glow
it
is gone.
It's dirty.
Mr. Aloysius clothes.
Gee whiz, that was some really good acting right there. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how are you,
Hey,
buddy?
Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hey.
So we're all here because John's not going to be here tonight. He's in California, whooping it up in California.
Well, he is already on the way back. He's flying in at 7 o'clock, and I'm not.
And what?
And he's flying in at 7 o'clock, so I'm not going to go to pick him up. They're going to take an Uber.
Oh, well, that's good. Barbara's with him, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, well.
both coming together.
Well, they're not paying for the Uber anyway. Make them.
No, well, I use Spain. They're not crazy to pay for that shit. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a great plane ride. What was it? New York to Texas to
They did.
California?
The LIU is so cheap. They got not a direct flight, but 2 flights: Anaheim to Dallas and Dallas to New York.
I mean, well, on 2 different airlines?
Yes.
Really?
Genius.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. Oh, well.
I'm telling you. And he got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's going to be exhausted by the time he get home. Definitely.
Ah, well, I'm sure you'll take good care of it.
Well, I'll be in class. I'll be in class. What kind of care are you talking about? If I could take care of him, I would go to airport to pick him up. No, it's not going to be happening.
No,
Wine out on the table.
I wasn't talking about, taking care of him. You guys went there. I didn't go there. Give me a break. Yeah.
I have a question, an acting question.
Great.
Okay. So last week, when John and I did the second scene, when I started, I knew that I was going, and I had said to you last week, I went off the rails. So it kept going that way, and I couldn't get back in. What does one do? I knew the character felt weird because it was off, and I couldn't turn what do you do with something like that?
Well, it depends on where you are. If you're in a rehearsal like we are, then you just say, stop, I'm not connected. Let's start again. And we can deal with the problem there and try to figure out what was happening when it's happening. So, I know it's hard to realize, you guys, even though we've been together as long as we've been together, that this is, I think I stress almost bi-weekly that this is a rehearsal.
You do, and I forget that. I think it's I'm performing, and so I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I understand that people feel that they feel like they're ready and they want the test. But taking a test in rehearsal is different than taking a test in performance. And I always want you to think about taking the test in rehearsal when you're with me, when we're doing it. If you want to take the test in performance, come around the middle of March, and you can watch everybody do what we've been doing in rehearsal in performance, and then that's a different issue. And if it comes up then we can talk about it.
See, I'm more comfortable in this class than any class I've ever been in for that very reason.
Well, I hope so. The whole idea is to rehearse with creativity, joy, and comfort, and that's what you take to performance, because you repeat that process. But this is just Anj, you are harder on yourself than a lot of people. I'm sure other people have told you that. So
hi, Pepino.
So that was just an example of you just wanting to succeed so much in that situation that you just kept pushing through it, and it just kept multiplying what was going on. And I'm just saying, when that's happening in performance, all you've got to do is to try to listen more. In other words, when you get, that's what should bring you back. In other words, if you're going off, it means that something is distracting you. Well, the distraction hopefully is the only way to get rid of that distraction is to make your character more complicated. And what always makes your character more complicated is actually listening to the person who's talking to you. I mean, that's the hardest thing in the world. You know, we take it for granted, you know, that acting is not reacting, acting is listening, you know, it's listening and then reacting. It's always that process. But Christ, that's really hard. But that's what we should be practicing in rehearsal. And that's what will force you to fuck up, which is, again, as you well know, my greatest joy is when you fuck up in rehearsal, because it shows me that you are listening and you are emotionally in the right place. And it's good for you because then it identifies the area that, because you were in the right place, you forgot the information you needed to really make that. And then you go back and study that area and it makes it more effective the following week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And you've given permission, I guess, to all of us, but I'm taking it in, like when I feel that, to just stop it. And
you have to. I think you really have to. And then we can deal with those issues right now, you know, and because it's really, I really don't have an explanation of what to do unless you were right in the middle of it. And like you said, you were off from the very beginning, right?
from the very start.
Yeah.
Right.
What made you, tell me how you felt off? Do you remember that feeling?
Yeah, I felt like I was getting sillier and sillier. And I felt that was wrong. That's not what I would do. But I started that way and it just snowballed on me and I couldn't stop it.
So well, then from your description, what it tells me is that you were monitoring yourself.
Maybe that's what it didn't.
Right? I mean, how else would you, I mean, because you just said you were getting sillier and sillier. Now, I wouldn't know that unless I was monitoring myself.
Well, your note, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your note to me was that when her past, she knows, she talks about it in a direct way.
Yes.
I'm not quoting you, but that's, so I wasn't doing that. In those things, I was being the person that was silly, and I knew something in my course that didn't feel right.
Right. That's great. I mean, it's good that you know that it wasn't because you were listening to yourself and dissatisfied with the result. It was because you felt something was off internally in your process. That's what it was. That's good. And that happens all the time when we take risks. And especially when you are trying to, you know, because you rehearsed with John, you know, you spent some time on it. And so you want to prove something that the rehearsal time was worthwhile. Whereas in fact, the thing you want to prove is always copping to what's going on inside of you in a rehearsal. And I think I told all of you this years ago, that if I can change how you rehearse, that's going to be the greatest impact I'm ever going to be able to have on you as an artist, is if I can change how you rehearse, because you rehearse 90% of the time in a project. I mean, you generally only perform about 10% of the time. 90% is in the development process. And that should be joyful and free and open and ready for anything that actually happens in that moment to deal with it. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah,
Cool.
thanks.
Oh, no, thanks for the question. I love questions. You know, because we've been together a long time, we don't necessarily talk about those big theory things as much as like my Tuesday class now, you know, because they've only had 9 sessions with me. They had 6 and they've had 3 so far. You know, they sit down and we talk probably theory for 45 minutes every week. And because they're not used to my approach, my positive approach. If it's not positive, just go I don't want any part of it. You know, I just don't want any part of it. You know, and it's so oftentimes you run into the negative, and you have to keep your process positive even when you're surrounded by negativity.
Mhm.
I mean, and if you can't do that, then just get out as soon as you can. I'm just saying.
Good advice. Good.
Yeah.
Bill, when you say negative, you're talking about teachers approaching the class in a more critical way?
It could be a teacher, it could be a director, it could be another actor. I mean, oftentimes other actors that we're working with create obstacles for our process,
I think that we create obstacles ourselves too.
Yes, and you create myths about certain things that become your obstacles because you get so used to saying it and seeing it that you think it's part of it, and that's the myth. And you won't. That's the other thing I want to try to do is to break any preconceived myths that people have about what happens to them. I mean, the classic one is, oh yeah, she always gets called in on this rehearsal and she always gets the repart. She always gets, that's the classic. That's, to me, what that says is when you see her in the rehearsal, it's like, oh boy, I can't wait to get her this time. That's what it should not, as opposed to, oh, well, I'm not going to get it. I mean, that's the first thought that comes to a lot of people's head. And they turn out to be right most of the time. Anyway, so I hope that helped. And please, if you guys have any questions at any time, I love the theory talk. Let's start with the center square. Cam, what are you up to tonight? Wait, you're muted. You're muted. I still can't hear you.
Okay,
There we go.
this is the same three scenes.
Okay.
I guess, probably starting with the scene with Ange, because we didn't get to that last week.
Great.
Then I've worked, pretty much on all three scenes, birthday party,
Good.
and Fallen Angels.
Terrific.
And, I'd like to know when I'm going to get to what, because I have a big birthday party involves setting up my entire computer structure,
All right.
everything.
Well-
I'd like to know when I'm going to do that. That should probably be either before the other two or after the other two.
Okay. Well, since you're not all in pin curls, I'm going to make it after the other two.
Okay, fine.
Okay. All right. Because I can tell when you're ready to go and those pin curls are in.
Yep. Well, I think
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. And Vasily and Cindy, am I going to see a little DMV tonight?
Yep.
Yep.
we
And
working on all
Angels,
that.
and I think I'm going to do the scene Beyond the Therapy with Ange as well.
Okay, yeah, because did we get to that last? We didn't get
Oh,
to
we
that
haven't
last.
gotten that in a couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
I know.
Yeah, and then we have angels too.
Yeah, I know that. That's good. And Mel, you and Ange are going to be doing your scene
Mhm.
from the Lillian Hellman play, right?
Yes, and then the scene with Cam, obviously. Fallen
Okay,
Angels.
good. And then Rob, do you have any other issues to play with tonight beside birthday party?
Well, I've been rehearsing a little bit with Cindy, the two scenes that I wrote.
Okay.
And I just want to add that I hope you don't mind, Ange, by saying that I called Ange today and I apologize to her for not playing hard enough with I'm Not Rappaport. I didn't work on memorization as hard on that, and I feel I owed her an apology for that. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Oh,
That
good.
was that was
Oh, that's
not
nice. I'm
yeah.
sure she accepted
Yes,
your.
I certainly did.
Right. But I mean, it's great that you recognize that, Rob. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it really is. I mean, obviously, you guys work hard, and you want the person who's working with you to have that same commitment.
Right.
Yeah, and
I just didn't make it a priority. I was focused on my play, and I just make it. I wasn't working hard on it, and I just wanted to acknowledge that and apologize to her.
well, that's great. That's great. That's great. It's great that you brought it up in class too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely. And also, I'm working on the two scenes with Cindy that I wrote, and
And then birthday party.
birthday party. That's what I got. Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. So we're going to start out with, we haven't done, let's do Ange and Mel in the, God, why can't I remember the title of the play?
It's Children's Hour.
Thank you very much. Lillian Hellman just comes to my mind. Okay.
You guys want me on book?
Yes, you better be. Do you have the book?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just check.
That's great. And I, just as a note to all of you, I would always like to have somebody on book because again, that's part of the rehearsal process that I want to continue to practice.
Well, I have most of the stuff that we work on, so I just have it all open when I come on.
Well, that's great.
Thank you.
Sure. Which scene are we talking about?
It's the scene 3. It starts, it gets dark so early now.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me find the children's hour. Hello.
This
I
was-
know you're here. There it is.
hang on.
Okay.
Okay, Sin, click off. Probably don't realize you're
Oh,
on.
God. No, I didn't. Thank you.
Okay.
Bottles.
I'm still getting this open too. It'll be a second.
And you're off, Mel. Mel, you start off.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking my light.
Oh, phew.
You look beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh, all right.
Oh, sorry, going off. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, anytime you're ready.
Well, I'm in the first scene.
Whoops.
We can't help it. One, two.
Hey, Cindy, is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they want to start. So what, let me know when you're ready to start, all right?
Okay, I will in a second.
Okay, just let us know so that they don't get started while you're still
Yeah, 'cause
adjusting.
for some reason. Oh, wait, this is scene. Oh, that's right. You sent it to me in different ones. No wonder I couldn't find it. Scene 3 is in a Word and scene 1 is PDF. Okay, I got it now.
All right, are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's go anytime you want to start, girls.
It gets dark so early now. Cooking always makes me feel better. Well, I guess we better give the Duchess some dinner. When the hawks descend, you gotta feed them. Where's Joe? Where's Joe?
Gone.
Huh, a patient? Will he be back in time for dinner?
No.
We'll save dinner for him then. Karen, what's the matter?
He won't be back anymore.
You mean he won't be back anymore tonight?
He won't be back at all.
What happened? What happened, Karen?
He thought we had been lovers.
I don't believe you.
All right.
I don't believe it. He never said a word all these months, all during the trial. Didn't you tell him? Didn't you tell him it wasn't true?
Yes.
He didn't believe you?
I guess he believed me.
Well, then what have you done?
What had to be done?
No, it's all wrong. He'll be back in a little while and you'll clear it all up. Oh, God, I wanted that for you so much.
Don't. I feel sick to my stomach.
What's happened to us? What's really happened to us?
I don't know. I want to be sleepy. I want to go to sleep.
Go back to Joe. He'll understand. He's strong.
Stop talking about it. Let's pack up and get out of here. Let's take the train in the morning.
The train to where?
I don't know, someplace, any place,
A job? Money?
in a big place. We could get something to do.
They'd know about us. We've been famous.
Small town then.
They'd know more about us.
Isn't there any place we can go?
Nope. There'll never be any place we can go. We'll sit. We'll be sitting for the rest of our lives. You think this scene is strange? Get used to it. We're going to be here a long time. Let's pinch each other once in a while. We can tell whether we're still living.
This isn't a new sin they tell us we've done. Other people aren't destroyed by it.
They're the people who believe in it, who've chosen it, who want it. We're not like that. We don't love each other. I mean, we've been very close to each other, of course, but I don't love you. I love you like a friend. I mean, the way millions of women feel about other women.
Yes.
Certainly, there's nothing wrong about that. It's perfectly natural that I should be fond of you.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because I love you.
Of course. I love you too.
I love you that way. I mean, maybe the way they say that I love you, I don't know. Listen to me.
What?
I have loved you the way they said.
Stop that crazy talk.
Oh, you're afraid of hearing it. I'm more afraid than you.
Stop it.
Keep your hands down. You've got to hear it. I can't keep it any longer. I got to tell you how guilty I am.
You are guilty of nothing.
Oh, I've been telling myself that ever since we heard the child say it. I've been praying I could convince myself of it, but I can't. It's there. I don't know how. I don't know why, but I did love you. I do love you. I resented your marriage, maybe because I wanted you. Maybe I've wanted you all along. Maybe I couldn't call it by a name. Maybe I've wanted you ever since I first knew you.
It's a lie. You're telling yourself a lie. We have never thought of each other that way.
No, of course you haven't, but who's to say I haven't? I never felt that way about anybody but you. I never loved a man. I never knew why before. Maybe it's that.
You are tired and sick.
No, it's funny. It's all mixed up. There's something in you and you don't know it and you don't do anything about it. And suddenly a child gets bored and lies and there you are, seeing it for the first time. I don't know. It all seems to come back to me. Ruined your life in some way. Ruined my own. I didn't even know. There's a big difference between us now, Karen. No, I feel all dirty and I can't stay with you anymore, darling.
It isn't true. You've never said it. We'll forget it by tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, that's a funny word. Karen, we would have had to invent a new language the way children do without words in it, like tomorrow.
Go and lie down, Martha. You'll feel better.
Wow. Well, that was just about the best work I've ever seen the two of you do out of the gate. Holy shit. You guys have really been, you guys love this scene so much, I know. And, you know, the two of you are now so personally involved in it. I can't explain to you the benefits that has reaped for you, you know.
I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. It just...
I think it comes from, if you'll excuse my interruption, from your true caring for Anj. I think that it comes from there. You know, I've seen your relationship develop over the months, you know, and you know, I think it comes out of the love of the position that both of these characters are in, and being able to relate to that so clearly now. You've both found things in your own life that have, you know, mirrored that feeling so accurately and so beautifully. You know, I have very few notes, but It was really one of the best things it is the best thing I've ever seen you do without a repeat. You know what I mean? Just coming out, which is great, that's what I want. That's what you want, is to be able to fire when you're ready and not have to warm yourself up into it. And both of you placed yourselves in the right place to start this. And I think that made all the difference in the world. Both of you did.
Well,
Mel,
was
yeah, go ahead.
also your direction. I mean, so that you start the scene off. We're in the dark, and anyway.
Yeah, you got to let that. I mean, again, yes, yeah, and the fact that you recognize that now, that as part of you, both of you recognize as part of your instinctual process, that's absolutely central to everything. That both of you, you're beyond learned it. You know it now, and wow, isn't that great? Isn't that great? I mean, God. Okay, these are the notes that I have, not too many, but right in the very beginning of the scene, both of you did the same thing twice, and it's interesting. I mean, both of you did the same thing, and it was just right at the very beginning. You didn't trust yourself as much as you did when you developed later on. Anj, you have a line, he won't be back, right? What comes right? Whatever was going on right before that was absolutely brilliant. And I want you to watch the playback right there. And you'll see that you didn't hold on to that brilliance. You flipped it over, and it just to make a more obvious choice as opposed to totally trusting where you were. And then Mel did the same thing on what's happened to us. It was like you were in such an amazing place, and you just needed to ask that question from that place, Mel, not reset yourself to start a new beat, because that was inherently part of that. Both of you will see this on the playback, and it's really being picky, but it's actually addressing what turned out to be the greatest skill that both of you had in this run through, which was holding on to the energy. And allowing that to take you somewhere. And right at the beginning, it didn't happen for you. And it just really, when you're doing so well, I have to be really picky. But those were I want you guys to look for that on the playback. And I may be wrong because I'm not making my note from the playback. I'm making my note from my memory, but my memory is pretty good. So, Mel, the BS section, you know what I mean by her BS section, right? Was absolutely, and the follow through of that and how it led to whatever happened to you, just, wow, it was just great. It was just great. Absolutely. Anj, I have one question about your character. When you say, stop, this is crazy talk, right? That's in reaction to what line?
Her saying, I love you that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But
yeah. So I just want to ask you, as the character, do you love her a little bit that way too?
I think I do.
Okay. All right.
And I don't want to go there. I
know,
don't want to go there with
I'm
her.
not saying to admit it.
No.
because-
Right, no, but in my character, I don't want to go there. So that's why I say, stop that crazy talk. It's like, this might get too heavy.
Okay, great. That's great. And I think that's the right decision. And I just wanted to ask that question to see what you thought. Did love you do. What's you tell Mel's character to go to bed because you're tired and sick. What am I missing? What am I missing from there? Am I missing something, a piece of the story? Has she recently been sick? I can understand the tired because of what both of you have been through, but where does the sick reference?
I think it's just, she's so stressed about things. And, from this court scene, and I've tried to justify those lines because I don't know where that comes from. So I'm taking it that we have been 3 weeks in this fucking court thing. And we've finally been exonerated, but it's exhausted both of us. And I think it's exhausted her more. I don't know why, but you know, I think she's probably much more tired, and I'm watching her.
No, like I say, I clearly see that. It's just, I wanted to know if I was missing something that I forgot about the play. The sick part was
Right.
was
Yeah.
the question when, for me, because I don't remember an illness of her coming up. And I was just curious why the character would choose that word when in fact it really, that I can remember, hasn't been an issue. What about you, Mel? Can you think of anything?
Well, I just really agreeing with Ange that because I am so tired in Ange's mind, upper mind, not lower mind, upper mind, is that she has made herself sick, and now she has this delusion that she sexually loves Ange, and I think that's
Great.
that to me is what she's referring to.
Great. Well, good. See, I just wanted to talk that out. because it just, there was no specific reference to it. And it just sort of hit me that time. Because obviously, you know, I hear different things as you guys understand what you're doing more and more. It opens my mind up to hear different things in the context of what was going on. That's the first time I ever heard that. And I just going, oh, just sort of hit me. Ange, last note for you is it isn't true.
Yeah,
Don't
Oh.
protest there. Make
okay.
it a fact.
Okay,
The fact is what covers the truth. The protest makes me believe that you're lying,
okay, you're right,
right?
Yeah.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
right.
Right. Yeah.
It isn't true.
Yeah. It isn't true. I mean, that's just, it isn't true.
True.
Well, so what are you worried about? It isn't true.
Right, right,
Not,
Okay.
It isn't true. Yeah. Then it's like,
right,
yeah, then it's like you denying something that, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, come on back, everybody. I want to hear what they have to say about what they got to see.
No, it was very touching, both to see both of you cry that you did after this scene. It was powerful.
And Mel didn't know where the hell that came from. But you know, what was great about it was that she stopped trying to do it. You know what I mean? That she kept trying to get through it and to push through it. And that's always when those tearful moments happen. That's the gift, is that when that happens to you, especially when you don't expect it, the very next thing you got to know is you got to stop trying to do it, because it reveals too much to the other character. And I'm pretty sure this isn't universally true at all, but I think we really expose our tears and fall back into our tears when we're alone. But when we're with other people, we always try to sort of, there are exceptions to that, but you know, and what's interesting to me again is the fight when something's happening to you emotionally that you have no control over, which is the basic premise of my whole class. And you're trying to stop what's happening to you. Boy, I just don't think you can get more dramatic than that in human nature. This is happening to me and I got to stop it. You know, that's the best.
I think one of the things that I've really learned in your class, and of course, being with Ange, who I trust absolutely, is it's okay. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Don't say, oh, you know, it was so good last time. We have to do the same thing. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, first of all, you can't. So why would you even try? That's my whole point is, you know, if something goes great once, I guarantee you it's never going to go like that again. That's the one thing I know for sure. And then that's usually the one thing that most actors try to do, is to reproduce something that happened before. You can't. You have to take what you subconsciously learn something from that great thing. And you just have to take that in, trust it, and know that it'll be there the next time. And if it's not there the next time, then we'll figure out why.
Not there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great.
I think that was the most truthful scene I've seen in this class, period.
I thought so too. I really did.
I mean, you guys were amazing.
Yeah, it was really.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome.
And we got it all on tape.
Yes, it's all on
Yeah,
tape.
you get to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's going bad for you on scene night, Anj, we'll just flip to the videotape.
Yeah,
There you
right,
go.
exactly.
We got it right once. Wait a minute. Wait till I rewind.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's try. Let's go to the DMV with Cindy and Vasily.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, who wrote that DMV piece?
Your favorite writer?
Oh, Christopher Durang?
I think so.
Did he?
Really?
Are you sure?
Yes, Christopher
Yes, I
Durang,
did.
Oh my God.
your
Is it?
favorite writer.
Yeah. Well, my favorite writer for acting class. You know why he's my favorite writer for acting classes? Because he says the strangest things and you have to make me believe that they're true. And that's what makes him such a great scene work.
Yeah,
Take-
DM. Vasily was going to try to find a Durang book to read.
Oh, great. Oh, well, yeah. Right. I mean, I also saw him years ago back in the 80s. He did a musical cabaret called Christopher Durang and Dawn, and there were two African-American girls with him. And he did it downtown in New York, and it was he looks like I don't know if you guys know who Benny Hill is, right? Do you know? who
Yeah.
he-
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Christopher Durang looks like a little American Benny Hill. And he was just hysterical, surrounded by these two large African-American women, and he did a musical.
Is that on YouTube anywhere?
I doubt it. I remember seeing it at what used to be called the American Airlines Theater downtown in New York, but I don't know. I think it's gone now. But yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's shut up and get to this. Here we go.
Give me a second. Excuse me.
Is this Windows 7?
Yes.
I'm afraid something rather complicated has happened with my driver's license.
I want to start you again, right?
Okay.
Is this Windows 7? What did you just come from?
Windows 1 through 6 and beyond.
Right. And,
It didn't come across that way?
well, no. I
Okay.
mean, it was like, is this window? I mean, it's like, do I have? Is this it? That should really is this finally the place I'm supposed to be? This is the place I'm supposed to be, and that comes from that whole history of what it is. Right?
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was in terms of I've been exhausted for the past 6 hours at the first 6 windows.
No, that's what's happening to you emotionally that you have no control over.
Yeah.
What you're trying to do to survive that is to desperately find the right window.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
All right, here we go. And Vasily, I love the title of the book.
Isn't that great?
Oh my God, that's so.
By the way, the great book, can you see that?
Yeah, now I can.
Gotta be like right in front of your face for it
Yes,
to
it
work.
has to be in the perfect.
the
position.
practice usage of English. This is a very great book. I mean, for English-speaking people.
Oh, well, not for you, for English speaking people.
No, for everybody. It's really great for grammar.
Okay, great. All right, my least favorite subject. Anyway, here we go.
Is this Windows 7?
Yes.
I'm afraid something rather complicated has happened with my driver's license.
Sorry to hear that. What happened?
Well, you see, I moved here from another state and I let my driver's license lapse and should I wait till you finish?
I don't think so. It's a very long book.
But are you listening to my problem?
I can read and listen at the same time. Go on.
No. Anyway, I took the driving test again and I passed it and I got this temporary license, which is now expired. And I've never gotten my personal one. And when I called about it, they said they lost me on the computer and they had no record of me taking the test. So they couldn't send me my license, even though I did take and pass the test. Your turn to say something.
Wait a minute. I wanted to finish the paragraph. Now, what seems to be the problem? In one sentence.
I haven't received my driver's license.
Well, let me see if you're on the computer.
I'm not on the computer.
Oh, what is your name?
I'm not there.
Well, how does it spell?
I'm not on the computer. I went to window 3. They told me there's no record of me on the computer.
I'm not window 3, I'm window 7, and I need to know your name.
Janice Agnes.
Is that A as in Edward, G as in Geisenheit, N as in interloop, is an excruciating, S as in seltzer water, pause. Pause, J as in Jupiter, A as in Agnes, N as in Nancy, I as in ignoramus, and S in the slow lingering death.
Yes.
You're not on the computer.
I told you I wasn't.
Fine, I will give you an award afterward, after the end of the day. How else may I help you?
I would like to get my permanent license.
I'm sorry, there is no record of you on the computer.
Yes, but I have this temporary license.
This temporary license has expired.
Yes, I know it's expired.
It's no longer a valid license.
I know that. That's why I want my permanent one. I hadn't noticed that it hadn't come in the mail until this one had already expired, and I thought everything was all right.
What a funny thing to do. If you do not have a valid driver's license, how did you get here to the Division of Motor Vehicles?
I took a bus.
Can you prove that to me?
What?
I trust you did not drive the car yourself, did you, Mrs. Janice Agnes?
No, I know my license is not valid.
That's correct. You have an invalid license. Good morning.
You're not helping me.
How may I help you?
I want my driver's license.
You must take the driving test.
I took the driving test.
I have no record of that.
I know you have no record of it. Some schmuck lost it on the computer.
Kindly do not speak Yiddish to me. If you wish to make an appointment to take the driving test, go to window 4.
But I don't want to take the driving test again.
Well, when did you take the test before?
It's the same date that's on the temporary license.
February 3rd, 1894. The Division of Motor Vehicles did not exist in 1894.
Oh, let me see that. Ah, it's a typo. Oh, it's clearly meant to be 1994.
I'm willing to agree with you with that. It is more likely a typo. You see, I don't stick to the rules on everything. I'm a human. What is your name again?
Janice Agnes.
Is that an A as in Edward, G as in Geisenheit?
Janice Agnes.
Let me see if we have a record of you on the computer.
You don't. I told you. Don't you remember?
Why are you shouting at me? When I'm shouting at, I do not feel like cooperating.
You haven't been cooperating.
I have been cooperating. If I had not been cooperating, you would have been shouting at me earlier than this.
I want my license.
Well, you can't have it. You're not on a computer.
That's not my fault.
And it is not my fault either. We're both blameless. Isn't it a nice feeling?
You're not helping me.
I'm doing everything at my power.
But don't you have more power than you're using? I mean, couldn't you perhaps type my name into the computer and send me my license?
No, only the secretary of the driving test site can do that.
Yeah, but when she forgets to do that at the time of the test, can't someone else do it then?
If the secretary of the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, then I can enter your name into the computer, and then we will fire her. Do you want her to lose her job?
No. I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile.
Don't you think of anything else? Solve this problem.
If you could relieve the initial driving test when it was finished, you could ask to watch the secretary type in your name and your test results into the computer.
Your suggestion is that I relive the actual driving test.
It is a hypothetical suggestion, but it is the limit of what I can think to assist you.
Hey, can I see your supervisor, please?
My supervisor is shredding documents in the other room and cannot be disturbed.
Look into my eyes. I want you to tell me what to do to solve this problem, and I want you to tell me right now.
Move out of New York.
That's a good suggestion. Thank you.
Ohio's nice.
Ohio's nice. Give me a break. Yeah, if you can find it underneath all the snow.
Yeah, it's 20 degrees and snowing right now.
Yeah, well,
Not
Bill,
very
I
nice.
just get back in a second. Hold on for a second.
oh,
That was about 99% out of book.
both of you look like you were off book.
Yeah, I think we pretty much are.
I think you pretty much are too. It pretty much made a huge difference.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely made a huge difference.
I'm here.
Yeah, both of you are like off book right now, right?
Not really.
No?
Yeah,
Not.
Huh?
pretty much.
You're more off book than you were last time, Vasily.
I was cheating.
Were you really?
Yes.
Teach
Yeah.
me how to do that. 'cause
Yeah,
I
really.
couldn't
Well,
tell.
you cheated really well. I can't wait till you see till you
I'm
actually.
a great cheater on the computer.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
you
at least
can get
I'm
away
being
with
honest.
it. Anyway, all right. Okay.
At
I
least
just
I'm
have a
being
tendency
honest,
where
you
I
know.
say similar
No,
things, and I have to make sure
I
I'm going
want
the
you
right
to be
way.
honest, and it was some really impressive cheating, but I don't want you to cheat anymore. I want you to be that good and be awful.
No, I do that. I do that too. So
I know.
no, of course.
I know. Cindy, I just for a character change, maybe you ought to look for like a stocking cap for this, to wear a stocking cap, just to, because you'll be doing other characters in what you're doing, and it just, you usually end up at the DMV in the middle of a winter day, with your stocking cap on, and stuff, and you've just been dragging around. I think it'd be an interesting look for you anyway. Vasily, I love the book. Like I say, it's absolutely, and the way you used it is great. I disagree with you falling asleep.
It was an experiment.
Yeah, well, it failed. Only because it doesn't match the script. Because you say the thing after that, you say is, I just wanted to finish this paragraph, is your next line coming out of that.
Yeah, I know, but I think it was I felt like it could be.
Well, you see, and I just want to point out to you, that's the huge mistake that people, that's great, Cindy.
That's my radio show hat.
I love it. That's the huge mistake that people make with Christopher Durang, is they try to do something that's additionally funny from what he already has, and it never works. It has to be honestly fulfilling what he's doing. So if you were in fact want to make that pause and he was actually just moved, I want to finish the last line. Okay, what do you want now? The kind of person who moves his lips when he reads.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that would be reinforcing what he's written, but falling asleep was not the right choice. Anyway, Cindy, sure, not on the computer. What is that? What do you have a line? Not on the computer. Oh, I'm not on the computer. I'm not on the.
Yeah, I say it 3 times.
Yes, 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 I know.
Not on the computer. I'm not there. I'm not on the
The
computer.
first time you say it, you have to say it with all the surety of the word. I'm not on the computer. I mean, it's absolutely, there's just no there's no fucking way I'm on the computer.
Okay.
Right? It's got to be that strong because that's what you've been through at all the other 6 windows. Right? You see, so that's an issue with you. You've been going through, let me check on the computer with Windows 4 through, what's your number window, Vasily? 7. 4 through 6. They've all checked on your computer. You're not there.
Well, this one says Windows. I went to Window 3 and they had no record of me on the
Well,
computer.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you got to be, it's got to be absolute surety. Cindy told you I wasn't. What is that?
That's when he says, after I've said it 3 times and spells the name 500 ways, and he goes, no, you're not on the computer. I told you I wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I want you, when you watch the playback, I want you to trust the moment you were in before to say the line, I told you I wasn't.
Oh, did I start again?
Yeah, you started again, but not bad. I mean, it's okay. Vasily, good morning. Oh, what is that? Later.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. That's the line. Oh, when she said, when I said, can you prove that to me? What? I trust you did not drive the car yourself, did you, Mrs. Janice Agnes? No, I realize my license is not valid. That is correct. You have an invalid license. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Put your book back up in your face.
Ah.
Cover your face. Go back to your book. Cover your face. And maybe you didn't because you were reading the lines off the screen.
Didn't I? I don't remember. I was thinking about that.
You little cheat, you. Cindy, not helping me. I want you just next time you do this scene, I just want you to take whatever moment you're in and say you're not helping me. Because what I'm getting basically the same result every time. And what I want you to do is actually react now and see where that takes you on what you're doing, so that you're inventing it out of the moment. It's the one thing that seems, the only thing that really seemed in the can to me with you tonight. And that's a real compliment, by the way. It seems really fresh. Your work seemed really fresh tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I don't mean
Yeah, I do
fresh.
say that 3 times though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not, okay, so, but thank you. I appreciate it.
No, you're not. Yeah, and each time I want you to invent it out of the moment because it sounds the same every time you do it.
Okay.
That's what sort of clued me into the fact that you were phoning in that moment, not trusting the moment you're in to take you to that moment. You can't get it wrong if you do that. Going to be hostile. Is that what is that? This is a note for both. This is a note for both of you.
How do you expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile, something like that?
I'll tell you what it is and where it is.
Right after I say, I want you to lose your job.
It's when I say the first one, when I say if the secretary of the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, when I can enter your name into the computer, and then we will fire her. Do you want to lose her job? No, I don't. I want you to lose your job. I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be
good. Right. Even when you did it there, you started over again.
Ah.
Vasily started over again.
Yeah.
I want you to trust the moment you're in. Now run through that, start at the same place, run through it and hold on to that energy and see what it does. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Right. If the secretary of the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, then I can enter your name into the computer, and then we will fire her. Do you want her to lose her job?
No, I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you'll. Shit, I don't see how you can.
Oh, good. No. You little bitch. The first one you did that you stopped yourself from was the correct one.
Right.
Absolutely. And
No.
then you went, oh, no, wait, I didn't manipulate that moment. Let me try it again. You just did it right in front of us. You exposed your lying, cheating heart right in front of us.
Well, let me do it once again. It'll be fine.
Please,
Okay.
let's try that now. And you know exactly what I mean about holding on to that. Here we go.
If the secretary at the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in her name, then I can enter your name into the computer, and then we will fire her. Do you want her to lose her job?
No, I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile.
Good, good. Absolutely. 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 So you have to hold on to that energy that she just generated in your soul. And that's what the truth of that next line is.
Yeah, I know. I have that sense about it. It's just because that kind of a line, I still kind of try to memorize that, and yet it's the wording is kind of a little bit tricky for me to even to read it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean, well, then please, by all means, learn the line.
Wow, even learning lines.
Please, by all
I
means.
don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be hostile.
Great. All right. Nice work, you guys. Come on back. Yes, wasn't that good?
I heard you laughing. I heard you both laughing.
Yes. Boy, has that scene come a long way, huh? Oh my God. I just love that. I love that scene. I just love it to death. All right. Let's see. Let's do Anj and Cam. And then Cam can get into her pin curls for Rob. Okay. All right, good. So
Phil looks good.
I think you're muted, Cam.
All right, I'm back.
All right, yeah. Oh, and let me give you, I just figured, remember we were talking about having to come up with an ending for the piece? What's the very last line that you guys have in the script? But I got the ending for you. Let me give it.
And handcuffs are not out of the question.
Absolutely.
Right, and then Cam should go, oh, here comes the boys. Right, and
Oh,
right,
look at
and
you guys. Here they come.
yeah, right. So it's that sense that you both have to just sort of behave in a different way now that you know they're coming, and then that's more of an ending to the scene.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. Start it off anytime you're ready.
Phil looks good.
He could lose a few.
Oh, who's crazy about you?
I make him laugh. He drinks too much and he eats too much, and he's a very considerate lover.
Mm.
So was Marty, as I remember.
Oh, God. I'd almost forgotten that.
Jurassic memories.
Village. Chianti bottles. Youth.
You were a lousy roommate.
You were worse.
You stole Marty away from me, snared him in your Shiksa goddess net.
Oh, you tossed him to me like a party favor.
Who the hell can remember? We were all 12 years old.
You had hordes of tumescent guys salivating in the wings.
Tumescent.
Mhm.
Now there's a word you can wrap your tongue around.
Oh, I envy you.
Envy.
Mhm.
Ah, be serious. My body parts are slowly disintegrating. My children are candidates for the Hitler Youth, and I have moments of despair that would terrify you. If it weren't for Phil, I'd be dead.
You are strong. You are resilient. You're everything I wanted to be.
I don't do that to me. Don't put me in some Superwoman box. I'm a quivering custard like everybody else. I just talk loud. I never had my 15 minutes. I skirted the area, but I never had my 15 minutes.
You had ardor. You had lustiness. You had passion.
That we were young. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, screwing my brains out.
I never had that.
It's exhausting. Why? You and Marty are fine, aren't you? You're his life, you know?
Yes, yes, he's wonderful. I love him. I'm just getting to know him. We're getting to know a lot about each other and I'm sorry.
Give yourself a break.
Passion. I never had passion. And now it's too late.
Don't be an ass. If Marty's slowing down, do what everybody does. Get a vibrator.
It's not Marty. It's me. Toxic nuns, sins of impurity. I'm strangling in some ancient rosary beads. I'm trapped in some eternal Lent.
You've been married forever. And all that time, didn't you?
Yes, it was pleasant. It was, I don't know. Marty's too good. He's too nice. I need some fantasy Neanderthal who would treat me like
Dirt.
yes. It's just,
Never works.
but it's disgusting.
It's only disgusting when somebody else does it. Use your imagination. Get Marty a motorcycle jacket. Wear an old negligee you can let him rip off you. Dress up's fun. Bill loves it.
Oh, you are hilarious.
I'm serious. You have a great guy.
I know.
Well, cherish him.
Yes, yes, I know.
Be sure the motorcycle jacket is genuine leather
Okay.
with a lot of zippers.
Right.
And handcuffs are not out of the question.
Absolutely. Mm.
That's it.
Great. And you have to, I love that, but one of you has to say, oh, here comes the
Yeah.
boys.
Right.
I did. But
I didn't hear it.
I covered it. Okay.
Yeah, you covered it nicely. But very funny scene. Very, very funny scene. Very, and it sort of fills everything that we wanted to do. It's a very natural scene. It's very, very realistic, very honest for both characters. I'm impressed with this scene. Cam, so was Marty. What's that line? At the very beginning.
About him being a good lover.
Yeah, start a couple lines going into that and get through that for me.
I make him laugh. He eats too much and he drinks too much, and he's a very considerate lover. So was Marty, as I remember.
Oh God, I'd almost forgotten that.
Good. So was Marty. I just need some sort of transition there, Cam. It's like you just realize it in that moment, but it just can't be an automatic thing like blah 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 blah. So
was Marty.
no, like so was Marty. Yeah, right. In other words, you just realize that in the moment, right? Exactly. But it doesn't necessarily have to break your rhythm, but you realize it in the moment.
Okay.
Okay, that'll be better. Anj, you tossed him You tossed him. What is that line?
You tossed him to me like a party favor.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, okay.
You tossed him to me like, yeah, like that's the
Tossed him
history.
to me like a party favor.
Yeah, right. See, you're not you're not using drama. You're using the fact.
Right, okay.
Great, great. Something I always want you to look at. Right, Anj? Right?
Yes.
Always look, because the fact is always the better argument rather than the drama.
Okay.
Cam, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Where do you have that line?
After she says, you're strong, you're resilient, you're everything I wanted to be.
Yeah, and do that, just say that line to her and play off her, Cam. Here we go.
Okay. Where are we going?
Don't do that to me. Don't put me in some superwoman box. I'm a quivering custard like everybody else.
Great. I want to go back. I want a couple lines before it. It's the don't do that to me that I want. And I want you to play the don't do that to me is just to say, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, no, what do you mean? Light shut the fuck up? Or really, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll work too. Absolutely. I want you to stop that line of conversation.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Set her up a couple of lines ahead.
Trying to.
Yep.
Do you have does anybody have the script?
You mustn't now. Oh, do NB, you know.
Okay.
NB, be serious. My body parts are slowly disintegrating. My children are candidates for the Hitler Youth, and I have moments of despair that would terrify you. If it wasn't for Phil, I'd be dead.
You are strong. You are resilient. You're everything I wanted to be.
And I've forgotten the line.
Stop that. Yes,
Don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
Don't do that.
That's good. That's good. We love those mistakes. Let's play it back again. Here we go.
Okay, Andy, be serious. My body parts are slowly disintegrating. My children are candidates for the Hitler Youth, and I have moments of despair that would terrify you. If it wasn't for Phil, I'd be dead.
You are strong. You're resilient. You're everything I wanted to be.
Don't do that to me. Don't put me in some superwoman box. I'm a quivering custard like everybody else. I just talk loud.
Good. Do that one more time and take a little bit of that drama out of it. And also just literally all I have to do is stop her. It's a quiet conversation. Remember, that's what we wanted to do. That's the goal of this scene, right? So
Yeah.
Make that happen within the context of that. Try it again. Here we go.
Andy, be serious. My body parts are slowly disintegrating. My children are candidates for the Hitler Youth, and I have moments of despair that would terrify you. If it wasn't for Phil, I'd be dead.
You're strong. You're resilient. You're everything I ever wanted to be.
Don't do that to me. Don't put me in some superwoman box. I'm
I
a
love
quivering
that.
custard.
I love that. I love that. That was so great. So great. You'll see the difference in the playback. So much better. Anj, you have a place where you have the word ardor and lustiness. What
Yeah,
is-
I forgot the third word. Ardor, lustiness. What the hell?
what is the context of that whole line?
Shit. Is anybody on script? No.
I've got it here.
Okay.
Let's see.
You guys want to send it, I can do it. That's one of the ones I don't have.
You had ardor, you had lustiness, you had desire.
That desire.
It's right after I say I never had my 15 minutes.
Good. Now give her the list of things that she's had.
You had ardor. You had lustiness. You had desire.
Not my, but just you had ardor, you had lustiness, you had to. In
You
other
had
words, you
ardor.
know them. You know them so well that you can list them, not play
Okay.
each word.
You had ardor. You had lustiness. You had desire.
Ah, that.
Yeah. That's great. Again, it's about the cumulative things that she had that you didn't have. So it's not about each word, it's about the accumulation of it.
Okay.
And one other fact line, it's not Marty, it's me.
Not
Not the
Marty.
fact. Yeah, it's not Marty, it's me. It was again sneaking back. No, it's not Marty, it's me. You're misunderstanding the whole thing.
Okay. It's not Marty. It's me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's something that's happening to you. You have no control over. It's me. It's not his fault. Oh my God, he's the last person,
Okay.
right? And I love the dirt. Whatever you guys did in that dirt, whatever I wrote down, dirt check plus 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 plus. God, that was so funny. Oh, what section is that? Can you?
Uh, uh, Marty's too good. He's too kind. I need some fantasy Neanderthal that will treat me like
Dirt.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, whatever. I don't want you to
Yeah.
necessarily repeat it,
Right.
but well, you'll see it on the playback. It was such a great moment for both of you.
Okay.
And this is such a great scene for both of you. And it just gets better every time. And I just want to remember the whole idea is to keep it conversational so you can have the same sort of edge that you have in a very dramatic scene, but you guys are totally succeeding in keeping that edge conversational instead of dramatic.
Okay.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
really,
you.
that's great.
Thank you.
Come on back, folks. Mhm. Yes, 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 yes. Any comments about that?
Very funny.
It is a funny scene, isn't it?
Funny. It doesn't feel funny.
Oh my God, that's so profound that you said that. Yeah, that's so profound that you said that. Any great comedian will tell you that. Doesn't feel funny. If it's written funny and it's truthful, what it means, what you really mean was, oh, I wasn't trying to be funny. That's which is absolutely the best way to actually be funny.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you try to be funny, you're screwed. You're
Yeah.
totally screwed, especially with Christopher Durang. And I mentioned this to Cam, Rob, you'll appreciate this. I mentioned this to Cam the other day when I was going over her notes for Love in the Midnight Hours. I said, this character that she does in this scene, and the character and Veronica is Victoria, right? It's Victoria.
Yes, Victoria.
Yeah.
Are so similar. They're so similar. They're so similar in character. It worked really great. You bring such a positive attribute, Cam, to your disappointments in life. I love it. It's
Yeah.
a really great piece.
Well,
Both of you.
Funny thing about comedy, about not knowing you're funny. Stan Goldman wrote about his mother was a Holocaust survivor, and she would say things and she had no idea she was being funny. Like she was wearing a sweater in August and they would say, why are you wearing a sweater in August? She said, I was cold for a long time. I never warmed up.
Yeah.
And she wasn't being funny, but it
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's the consciousness of being funny that is not funny.
Mhm.
Right? Okay, cool. All right, so Cam, get into your pin curls. And while we're waiting for you to get into your pin curls, we'll move to Angels in America. How's that?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to do, okay. It's fine.
Yeah, well, we can't really.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had to give her one for nothing there and get her set up with her
Bill,
first.
it's not just the pin curls. It's I've got to raise the computer, raise the lights, put out the props.
Got to set her stage.
Yeah, Cam's bringing in some roadies for this scene, you know?
Woo!
No, I mean, this scene, when we do it, it needs to go either first or last.
I know. Yeah, it'll probably go first because I don't want you thinking about it.
Thanks. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. Actually, it'll be an interesting way to open up. Absolutely, for your first scene. Okay, Vasily, do you need anything? Do you need any time? Do you need any?
I'm not doing makeup. It's a totally different thing that I have to prepare. I have to think about it. So I'm doing it with no makeup.
All right. Well,
It's not tonight.
the next time you do the scene, I want you to prepare for it and to do it with the makeup because it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, I know.
I know, and I want it to start making a difference for you sooner rather than at the last minute. You sound like you were upset with me for saying that.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just getting into the character.
Oh, what a bitch. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
So are you ready, Cindy?
I am ready.
Is somebody on book for you guys?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm just checking. I want to, I mean, we've only been doing this for 2 years. I want to remind you each week, please make sure somebody has,
You want to send it to me?
well, don't
It's
do it
all-
now. I don't want to do it now, but for the future, just please, because I want you guys to rehearse. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I'm ready for my close up, Mr. DeMille. One wants to move through life with elegance and grace, blossoming and frequently with an exquisite taste and perfect timing, like a ray of bloom, a zebra orchid. One wants. But one so seldom gets what one wants, does one? Hmm? One does not. One gets fucked over. One dies at 30, robbed of decades of majesty. Fuck the shit. Fuck the shit. I look like a corpse. I'm upset. Oh, my queen. You know, you hit rock bottom when even drag is a drag.
Are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my hallucination?
I'm not in your hallucination. You're in my dream.
You're wearing makeup.
So are you?
But you are a man.
Oh. The feet and the hands give it away.
There must be some mistake here. I mean, I don't recognize you. You're not. Are you my some sort of imaginary friend?
No. Aren't you too old to have imaginary friends?
I have emotional problems. I take too many pills. Why are you wearing makeup?
I was an opera obsessive applying the face. Tried to make me feel myself better. I swiped the new fall colors at the clinic counters at Macy's.
You stole these?
I was out of cash. It was an emotional emergency.
She will be so angry. Promise to no more pills.
These pills are you alluding to?
Valium. I take Valium. Lots of Valium.
And you are dancing as fast as you can.
Oh, I'm not addicted. I mean, I don't believe in addiction. And I never drink. I never take drugs.
Well, smell you, Nancy Drew.
Except Valium.
Except Valium. And it were wasteful's.
Terrible. I mean, Mormons are not supposed to be addicted to anything. I'm a Mormon.
I'm homosexual.
Oh, in my church, we don't believe in homosexuals.
In my church, we don't believe in Mormons.
What church do you... I get it. don't understand this. I mean, if I didn't see you before, and I don't think I did, then I don't think you should be here in this hallucination, because in my experience, the mind, which is where hallucinations come from, shouldn't be able to make up anything that wasn't there to begin with, and didn't enter it from experience in the real world. I mean, imagination can't create anything new, can it? It only recycles bits and pieces from the world and reassembles them in divisions. Am I making sense right now?
Given the circumstances, yes.
So when we think we've escaped the unbearable ordinariness and, well, untruthfulness of our lives, it's really only the same old ordinariness and falseness rearranged into the appearance of novelty and truth. And nothing known is unknowable. Don't you think that's depressing?
The limitations of the imagination.
Yes.
It's something you learn after the second theme party. It's all been done before.
The world, it's so finite. It's terribly, terribly. This is the most depressing hallucination I've ever had.
I apologize. I do try to be amusing.
Oh, well, don't apologize. I mean, I can't expect someone who's really sick to entertain me.
How on earth did you know?
Oh, that happens. This is the very threshold of revelation sometimes. You can see things, how sick you are. Do you see anything about me?
Yes.
What?
You're amazingly unhappy.
Oh, big deal. She be a Valium addict to figure out she's unhappy. I mean, that doesn't count. Of course, something else, something surprising.
Something surprising.
Yes.
Your husband's a homo.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Threshold of revelation.
Oh, well, I don't like your revelations at all. I don't think you intuit well at all. Joe's a very normal man. Oh God. Oh God, do you almost like to take lots of long walks?
Oh, yes, we do. And stretch pants with lavender quaffs. Oh, God, I just looked at you and there was a...
Sort of blue streak of recognition.
Yes.
Yeah, like you knew me incredibly well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to go now. I get back. So something just fell apart. Oh God, I feel so sad.
No, I'm sorry. I usually say, fuck the truth. But mostly the truth fucks you.
I see something about you.
Oh.
Deep inside you, there's a part of you, the most inner part, entirely free of disease. I can see that.
Is that... That isn't true. No. No.
Threshold of revelation. Home.
People come and go so quickly here. Scene.
Great. Good. Good. Your opening was much better, Basili. It's still coming. I can't wait for the makeup, but yeah, it's going to be great. The opening was much better. Can you do an impression of Gloria Swanson on that line? I'm ready for my close-up. Do you know what she looks like on that line?
Yeah, I saw that, but every time when I try to get into that thing, it happens differently. So technically,
Well, let me just say, I mean, I don't want to say anything as a cliche, but here I go, right? I mean, gay men love musical theater. The gay men love, the theatrics of everything. And so, I mean, I can so totally see a gay man in drag as Gloria Swanson. I mean, so I want you to think of it in those terms. I want you to look at that little piece of film and I want you to imagine yourself as a drag queen doing that line, just like Gloria Swanson would do it. And I want you to see, because it's going to take you someplace that's going to be really, really helpful to you on the follow through of that as well. So I want you to study that a little bit and bring that to us next time.
She looks totally nuts at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, I remember what she was doing. I technically can imitate that to get into that state even now.
yeah, well, but it's more than imitating it. It's loving to imitate it. It's putting your whole soul into becoming her in that moment.
I understand what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen that scene. I've seen many times, and I very much remember that.
Okay, good. So play with it more. Okay.
Yeah, I can do. You want me to do it now, or
No, I don't. Next time. And it's decades, not decades.
did I say decades?
You did say decades.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you know decades anyway. Fuck shit. Vasily, you have line fuck shit, right?
Well, just right after that monologue, when that line, one dies at 30, robbed of decades of majesty, and then angry, fuck the shit. Fuck.
Good. That's great. And what you did in that moment was, and you'll see it on the playback, was you externalized the fuck shit, right? And I want you to internalize the fuck shit. I want that distress and that anger to not be expressed this way. I want to feel it inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With the same amount of power and energy that you're exhibiting it on the outside, but I want you to take that power and energy and totally internalize it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that's your strong suit. Cindy and Vasily, I want to go over the pills section.
Which part?
Well,
Several of them.
There is a pill section. It comes before, well, it's the second pill section. I take pills, not the first time you admit it, Cindy, but.
Joe will be so angry. I promised him no more pills. These
Yes.
pills-
Yeah, go back a couple of lines and draw me into that.
That's the new fall colors at Macy's then.
Yeah. I was in the process of applying the face, trying to make myself feel better. I swear the new fall colors at the Clinique counters at Macy's.
You stole these?
I was out of cash. It was an emotional emergency.
Joe will be so angry. I promised him no more pills.
There's pills you keep alluding to.
Good. So Cindy, that transition from where you were to there is what I want you to explore.
Okay.
Because it seemed like you pulled back, and I want to see what happens if you hold and move forward. From wherever it is you are. Let's go back to the same place that you started that again. Here we go.
Okay.
I swear the new fall colors at the Clinique counter at Macy's.
You stole these?
I was out of cash. It was an emotional emergency.
Joe will be so angry. I promised him no more pills.
Much better, Cindy. That's exactly right, right? It's almost like you're commenting on what Vasily says, but you're not, and then we don't realize that until the following line, especially if you hold on to that energy, right?
Okay.
So great. Cindy, you're really learning to do that so well, and it's just making all the difference.
I have a good teacher.
Vasily, she says, in my religion, we don't believe in gay people. What is it?
In my
Homosexuals?
church, we don't believe in homosexuals.
React to that for a half a second before you turn the line around to her.
Okay.
Right? So that it's not an automatic. I mean, it's not a deep thinking moment, but I mean, I think you have to react to it and come back a little bitchy at her,
Okay. Can I try that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cindy, can you start with accept value in just right?
Okay, I'm terrible. Mormons are not supposed to be addicted to anything. I'm Mormon.
I'm homosexual.
Oh, in my church, we don't believe in homosexuals.
In my church, we don't believe in Mormons.
Yeah, just that little bit, just that little bit. You took that in. It was great. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. So subtle on Zoom. I love that. Cindy, you have a line that, in my experience.
Yeah, this is the logic paragraph.
Yes, the
Um,
logic
no.
paragraph, right? When you do that line for me, will you?
Okay. It's actually right where we were.
Good.
I don't understand this. If I didn't ever see you before, and I don't think I did, then I don't think you should be here in this hallucination. Because in my experience, the mind, which is where hallucinations come from, shouldn't be able to make up anything that wasn't there to start with.
Good. Now I want to ask you, from what you know in the play, when she says the word "from my experience," what does she mean?
The fact that she's doped up on Valium all the time, hallucinating. And this is what she's seen and experienced doing it.
Okay, good. So put that into that. Don't just, it's a deeper thing from my experience. I mean, I got a lot of experience, right? And it sort of has to have that subconscious subset to it. And from my experience, and I got a lot of experience, blah, 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 right? And just need to have that, because you're putting that logic together, which is really starting to work well for you. Really well.
Oh, good. So it's what you're looking for in terms of her explanation, where she's not confused anymore then.
Right. Well,
In that way.
yeah, I don't want to use the word explanation, but I want to, it's what she's worked out.
Yeah.
She's not explaining it. She's telling us what she's discovered.
Right.
Something, tell me something surprising. Vasily, what is that?
Tell me something.
That's me.
Yeah, you say, tell me something surprising, right?
Yeah, well, you first
Yeah,
thing you
'cause he
say
gets
is
it-
you're very unhappy, and I'm like, oh, big
Oh
deal.
yeah, big fucking deal, which was a great moment, by the way. You'll see it on the playback.
Oh, great.
As you play that through, go right through from there. Go ahead.
You're amazingly unhappy.
Oh, big deal. You meet a Valium addict, you figure out she's unhappy. That doesn't count. Of course I do. No, something else.
No, something else. In other words, that wasn't good enough. Something else. Come on, give me another thing. Right, go.
Okay. There's something else, something surprising.
Like something else that sucked. I need something surprising, right? And that the underlying, say something else that sucked. I need something surprising. Say that right now.
You want me to say it as that?
Yeah,
Okay. There's something else that sucked. There's something surprising.
Yeah. Now say it without the sub.
Something else, something surprising.
Something surprising.
Yes.
Your husband's a homo.
Good. That's great.
Oh, that's
Good. And yeah, something surprising. Yes. Your husband. Yes. Come right out with it, Vasily, so that it's not, it surprises us as well, because it's going to surprise her. And the faster you come up.
Well, let me ask you something. It seems like when he says already something surprising, repeating her words, and she says,
Yeah.
reply,
Yeah. No, he's going something.
he's already know the answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Something. All right. You want it? You want something surprising?
You want
you're
got it, right?
Yeah, you got it, baby. Vasily, do you have a line? I just looked at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that toward the end, right?
When she says, well, I don't like your relation, I don't think you intuit well, blah, 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 blah. Do homos like lots of long walks? And I say, well, yes, we do. In stretch pants with lavender coifs. I just looked at you and there was,
Sort of blue streak of recognition.
yes,
Like you knew me incredibly well.
yes.
Yeah, I have to go now. I can get back. So something just fell apart. Oh God, I feel so sad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I usually say fuck the truth, but mostly the truth fucks you.
I see something about you.
Oh,
Deep inside you, there's a part of you. The most inner part, It's entirely free of disease. I can see that.
Is that? That isn't true.
Threshold of revelation. Home.
Good, good, good.
Oh, so quickly here.
Yes, absolutely. When you say home, Cindy, who are you saying that to?
I'm just saying I'm home. So bye. Am I doing that not the way it should be?
No, no, no. I don't know the way it should be. I was asking what the real thought behind it was.
That I'm home, so I'm going now.
Okay, so I think maybe the choice should be get me out of here.
Ah, okay.
Right? Because
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
much better choice.
yeah, I think it is too. All right.
Okay.
Great. Great. It's coming along great. Next time we do this, I want to do it with the makeup.
Okay.
Because it's going to change how she looks at you, and it changes. Physicality now is really going to change you and how you do it, and you've developed it really beautifully, Vasily. This is your best scene ever. But I mean, it's also very profound and it's very deep, and you're using Zoom to its fullest advantage. Both of you are, because you're practicing holding on to your energy and trusting where that is and bringing us into you, as opposed to trying to push yourself out to me. You're drawing me into you, and that's exactly what should be done in any good hallucination on Zoom. That's that. Okay, come on back, everybody. Nice. Yes. Any comments on that from the peanut gallery?
It was wonderful.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Why did you think it was wonderful, Anj?
I just thought that they connected, they were listening to each other, and I felt it was real.
Yeah.
Felt like it was really going on.
Does Cindy, I want to ask you, I don't remember, what does she do for a living? What is her job? Doesn't she have a job? She has a job, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't.
No, he's the
It's
one
just-
that's got a job. He's working late and she's home alone a lot.
Okay.
That's what, is that not it, Vasily?
Well, I think what happens, her husband, Joe, I think he got a job, a clerk at the court. So
Yeah.
he had been there for a few months, and they just moved to New York from Utah. So, and she's never got any job, but he did. So she's been, kind of dealing with all this difficult time of change. That's what it is.
But Cindy, if you get a chance, would you just spend a little time on her, researching her, and just say, I'm confused as to her education level, as to how bright of a person she is. It makes, and I want you to research that just a little bit to let me know a little bit more about her history next time we come in.
But the one question on that is, then you can have a really high education level, but when you're like stoned out of your mind.
No, I know that, but I think she is well educated from her vocabulary, even when she is stoned. But I want to know more about that a little bit. If you can, it would be good for you to know more about that too. So if I want to know more about it, then you want to know more about it.
Okay,
Trust me. Yeah. Okay, great.
sure.
It's just going to make it deeper. Okay, great. So we got Cam and Pin Curls and Rob at the kitchen table. All right, here we
You want
go.
me on book for this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. Thank you.
Okey-dokey. You get off. So you're not looking at my shirt. Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready, Cindy.
Yeah, we'll be in a second. Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Birthday party. Here's birthday party. What scene is it? That's the one thing I need. Oh, it's like halfway through the first scene, right?
Yeah, it's on page 8 if you have the
Right after Petey leaves.
right at the period.
Ta-ta. I'm looking.
Ta-ta is to ta-ta when it starts, yeah.
Ta-ta-ta. The milk's off the bed. Da-da-da-da. No breakfast.
Page 8, I believe. I don't know if it's different on yours, but page 8.
So I got it. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
All
she's ready.
right.
Anytime you guys are ready, here we go.
All right. 1 second. All right. Ta-ta.
What do you mean?
You're a bad wife.
I am not. Who said I am?
Not to make your husband a cup of tea. You're terrible.
He knows I'm not a bad wife.
Giving him sour milk instead.
It wasn't sour.
Disgraceful.
You mind your own business anyway. You won't find many better wives than me, I can tell you. I keep a very nice house, and I keep it clean.
Whoa.
Yes, and this house is very well known as a very good boarding house for visitors.
Visitors. You know how many visitors you've had since I've been here?
How many?
1.
Who?
Me. I'm your visitor.
You're a liar. This house is on the list.
I bet it is.
I know it is. Was it nice?
What?
The fried bread?
Succulent.
You shouldn't say that word.
What word?
That word you said.
What? Succulent?
Don't say it.
What's the matter with it?
You shouldn't say that word to a married woman.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it's true.
Who told you that?
Never you mind.
Well, if I can't say it to a married woman, who can I say it to?
You're bad.
What about some tea?
You want some tea? Say please.
Please.
Say sorry first.
Sorry first.
No, just sorry.
Just sorry.
You deserve the strap.
Don't do that.
I brought the pot in.
Oh, I don't know what I'd do without you.
You don't deserve it, though.
Why not?
Go on. Calling me that?
How long has this tea been in the pot?
That's good, strong tea.
This isn't tea, it's gravy.
It's not.
Get out of it, you succulent old washing bag, you.
I am not. And it isn't your place to tell me if I am.
It isn't your place to come into a man's bedroom and wake him up.
Stan. Stanny. Don't you like your cup of tea of a morning? The one I bring you?
I can't drink this muck. Didn't anyone ever tell you to warm the pot at least?
That's good, strong tea. That's all.
Oh, God, I'm tired. At the bloody table!
Stan,
What?
am I really succulent?
Oh, you are. I'd rather have you than a cold in my nose any day.
You're just saying that.
Look, why don't you get this place cleared up? It's a pigsty. And another thing, what about my room? It needs sweeping, it needs papering. I need a new room.
Oh, Stan, that's a lovely room. I had some lovely afternoons in that room. Is the sun shining? What you smoking?
A cigarette?
You're gonna give me one?
No.
I like cigarettes. Tickle, tickle. Are you going out?
Not with you.
You'll be lonely. All by yourself,
Oh, will I?
without your old Meg.
Ah.
I gotta get things in for the 2 gentlemen.
What 2 gentlemen?
You didn't know that, did you?
What are you talking about?
2 gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for a couple of nights. I'm expecting them.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true.
You're saying it on purpose.
Petey told me this morning.
When was it? When did he see them?
Last night.
Who are they?
I don't know.
Didn't he tell you their names?
No.
Here, they wanted to come here?
Yes, they did.
But who are they?
You'll see when they come.
They won't come.
Why
Why
not?
didn't they come last night when they're coming?
This house is on the list.
Mine?
They couldn't find this place in the dark. It's not easy to find in the dark.
They're not coming. I tell you, they're not coming. Mine.
Someone's taking the Michael.
Someone's taking the Michael. Forget all about it. It's a false alarm. A false alarm. Where's my tea?
I took it away. You didn't want it.
What do you mean you took it away?
I took it away.
What'd you take it away for?
You didn't want it.
Who says I didn't want it?
You did.
Who gave you the right to take away my tea?
Wouldn't drink it.
Who do you think you're talking to?
What?
Come here.
What do you mean?
Come over here.
No.
I want to ask you something. Come on. All right, I can ask it from here just as well. Tell me, Mrs. Bowles, when you address yourself to me, do you ever ask yourself exactly who are you talking to? Huh?
Didn't you enjoy your breakfast this morning, Stan? Stan? When are you going to play the piano again?
Oh.
Like you used to.
Oh.
I used to like to watch you playing the piano. When are you going to play it again?
Go and do your shopping.
But line.
But you wouldn't have to go
You
away.
wouldn't have to go away if you would play the piano, if you got a job. Would you? You could play the piano on the pier.
I can't, can I?
Why not?
I haven't got a piano, have I?
No, I meant like when you were working, that piano.
Line?
It's just, yeah, I've been offered a job.
Oh, I've been offered a job, as a matter of fact.
What?
Yes, I'm considering a job at the moment.
You're not.
Yes, a nightclub in Berlin.
Berlin?
Yes, Berlin, a nightclub, playing the piano, and all found. Fabulous salary.
How long for?
Oh, we don't stay in Berlin. Then we go to Athens.
How long for?
Then we pay a flying visit to what's his name?
Where?
Constantinople, Zagreb, Vladivostok. It's a round the world tour.
Have you played the piano in those places before?
Played the piano. I've played the piano all around the world, all around the country. I once gave a concert.
A concert.
Yes, concert. Fine.
It was a good one too.
It was a good one too. They were all there that night. Every one of them, every single one of them. It was a great success. Yes, a concert in Lower Edmonton.
What'd you wear?
Oh, had a unique touch. Absolutely unique. They came up to me. They came up to me after and they said they were grateful. Champagne we had that night, the lot. My father nearly came down to hear me. Well, I dropped him a card anyway, but I don't think he can make it. No, I forgot the address. That's what it was. Then you know what happened? Fine.
They carved me up.
They carved me up. Carved me up. It was all arranged. It was all worked out. Somewhere else it was, in winter. I went down to the play. And when I got there, the hall was closed. The place was shuttered up. Not even a caretaker. They'd locked it up. A fast one. They pulled a fast one. I'd like to know who's responsible for that. All right, Jack, I can take a tip. They want me to crawl down on my bended knees? Well, I can take a tip any day of the week. Look at her. You're just an old piece of rock cake, aren't you? That's what you are, aren't you?
Don't you go away again, Stan. You stay here. You'll be better off. You'll be better off if you stay with your old Meg.
Oh.
Aren't you feeling well this morning, Stan?
Mm.
Did you pay a visit this morning, Stan?
Mm. Meg, do you know what?
What?
Have you heard the latest?
No,
I'll bet you have.
I haven't.
Shall I tell you?
What latest?
You haven't heard it?
No.
They're coming today.
Who?
Coming in a van.
Who?
And do you know what they've got in that van?
What?
They've got a wheelbarrow in that van.
They haven't.
Oh, yes, they have.
You're a liar.
A big wheelbarrow. And when the van stops, they'll wheel it out and they'll wheel it up the garden path, and then they'll knock on the front door.
They don't.
Oh, yes, they do. At 9,
They're looking for someone.
they're looking for someone.
They're not.
They're looking for someone, a certain person.
No, they're not.
Do you want to know who they're looking for?
You're a liar.
You missed one line, I think, at the line there. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's it.
Is
Yeah,
that
you
not,
don't
is,
want me to tell you was the line that
What was the line?
it says, shall I tell you who they're looking for? No, you don't want me to tell you, you're a liar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
so what's the last line of the scene? The knock?
Yeah, the knock is the last. Yeah.
Comes right after you're a liar.
Okay, good. So both of you ought to look to your left when you hear that knock. Like both of you, when you hear
Oh.
that knock, the both of you ought to look to your left, and then Cam ought to look back to you, and then you'll actually on screen be looking at each other, and that should be the last moment of the scene,
Okay.
right?
I think I did do that. That was a sound effect I used, but I don't think I want to use that. It's too distracting for me to try to be on top of that.
Yeah,
Well, we'll ask whoever's running the evening to do the sound effect, but that's,
Yeah,
I like that knock.
yeah. Oh, I do too. I like that knock too.
Actually, I dug it up for the scene for Sally in her, in her opening scene with Alfred.
Right. Great. It's
Okay.
terrific. I love it. Okay, good work, you guys. You know that the sense of playing each other is in a couple of the beats really, really came out well, and it's so effective that I got a couple other suggestions for where you want to do that, where you want to do that some more. The very beginning part, the sour milk section, right, Cam?
Yeah,
It seemed real sloppy.
okay.
What are the lines that lead into that? Because you're playing it like it really is sour.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, but let's not play it that it is
Okay.
sour. Let's assume that you think it's fine.
Okay,
Just like you think the tea's not gravy, you think the cream is not sour.
okay,
All right? Because it just was a sloppy moment.
okay, doesn't work.
Right.
And it probably isn't really. I'm just fucking with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're making fun of her and having fun with her. That's what it's not making fun of her, it's having fun with her.
I feel like I'm making fun at her expense. Because as you said before, I'm playing off her insecurities.
Yes.
So I'm getting a ride out of her, getting herself all worked up. I want to get her worked up. I'm actually being a bit sadistic with her, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Joyfully sadistic,
Is there any other way?
Yes. All right, Cam, was it nice? Was it nice? Oh yeah, because you asked him about what's that reference to? Was it nice?
The fried bread, yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
nice?
Well, he hasn't said anything about it. He's been talking about the tea, so it's like, was it nice? Like you haven't said. It should have that aspect of you haven't said anything about the bread.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's the reason you're asking the question is like, it's like if you went to a movie with somebody and you walked out and you were walking along the street and they didn't say anything about the movie and you'd go, well, did you like the movie? You're not,
Right.
it has that aspect to it.
It
Yeah,
does?
she's still looking for validation after being knocked down about.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to know, was it nice? Was the bread right? Yeah, I know you hate the tea. Yeah.
And I'm again because she's feeling insecure from that. I can sense that, and I'm just I'm playing with her with saying succulent.
Good. There's a little section I want to run right now because it's a section where I think we can get a little bit more fun in it. Is you can't say that to a married woman. Let's pick it up from there. Yeah.
Honestly, I felt very pushy at the top.
Well, no, I didn't feel you were pushing. I felt you were standing up for you. I felt you were standing up for yourself. It may have felt pushy, but it didn't read pushy. It felt like you were standing up for yourself.
Okay. So
And I think that's correct.
okay.
Okay. But let's pick it up from you can't say that to a married woman, somewhere in there.
Okay, wait, let me get rid of the.
I may stop you guys. I want more play in here. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we go.
From where are we going from?
Somewhere right at, you can't say that to a married woman.
Okay, that's in the succulent.
Yeah, yeah, it's succulent, right.
It's bottom of page 8, top of 9.
Okay, that is, okay, we have different scripts here. So,
Yeah, it's a little hard for me to pick it up in the middle, but I'll see what I can do.
okay. Very hard. Can we just take it from the top of the succulent because it's very
Sure.
hard?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
was it nice?
What?
The fried bread.
Succulent.
But Cam, was it not, ask like you haven't fucking said anything. So it's not like, was
Right.
it? Yeah, was it? I mean, come on, tell me, admit it, and go.
Nice.
What?
The fried bread.
Succulent.
You shouldn't say that word.
What word?
That word you said.
What? Succulent?
Don't say it.
What's the matter with it?
You shouldn't say that word to a married woman.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's true.
Who told you that?
Never you mind.
Well, if I can't say it to a married woman, who can I say it to?
You're bad.
Good. Hey, that's good. That's good. Now do that same section again and fuck with her a little bit more, Rob. Okay. All right. And watch what happens. All right. Here we go. And start with the succulent again. Here we go.
Was it nice?
What?
The fried bread.
Succulent.
You shouldn't say that word.
What word?
That word you said.
What? Succulent?
Don't say it.
What's the matter with it?
You shouldn't say that word to a married woman.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yes.
Well, if I can't say it to a married woman, who can I say it to?
And I think we skipped something.
You skipped about 4 lines.
That's okay. That's exactly what I mean,
Matter
Rob.
with it.
Yeah, we don't need to go on with it, but that's what you were doing there, Rob, playing off of her and playing with her. That's exactly right. That's exactly what happens. Right. And then there's a whole beat of that, and then it ends, and that's when the silence comes. It's a whole beat of the two of you playing with each other, not one's not beating the other. You're playing with each other. It's almost like you both know you're bullshitting each other, which is a
Right.
great variant compared to all the other times, and it needs that variant.
Okay, I think I got it now.
Yeah, well, it actually just it also is a demonstration of the fact that you guys like to play these games, even
And
though they
it goes into the T too, right? The T and the say please. and-
absolutely. Yep. I brought and then there's a silence, and then you begin a new beat, Cam, which is I bought the pot in. Right, and that's a whole new beat. That's a whole new game. That's a whole new place.
Okay.
And then that beat ends with God, I'm tired. You can really, you guys have almost got it perfectly separated out there. It's great. The really great playful section, in addition to what you just did here, which is really much closer to what we want, is the cigarette section was absolutely stunningly playful for both of you. Absolutely
Right.
great. I just loved it. That's what
Right. Well, that leads into of course, where I'm getting the shock of the two
Oh
gentlemen.
yeah, absolutely.
But I
absolutely,
watched the
yeah.
video from last week, and I saw you suggested really be seductive in that. And
Oh
playful
yes,
and everything.
yes.
And then all of a sudden get the comeuppance when she turns the tables.
Right. Cam, you have a line. You're just saying that.
Okay, when he says, I think when I say, am I really succulent? And he says,
I'd rather have
Oh,
you than
you
a
are.
cold in my nose.
yeah, I'd rather have you than a cold in the nose any day. And I say, you're just saying that.
Yeah. Now, so you got to act like that's a real compliment. Oh, you're just
you're
saying
just
that,
saying
right?
that.
Yeah. In other words, so that you're calling him on his playing, and then he calls you back. You see how that plays with each other in that section? Try that for me. Here we go.
Stan, I mean, but this is right after the freeze.
Yeah.
Stan,
What?
am I really succulent?
Oh, you are. I'd rather have you than a cold in my nose any day.
You're just saying that.
Look, why don't you get this place cleared up? It's a pigsty. And another thing, what about my room? It needs sweeping, it needs papering.
That's great. You see how
I need a new room.
you see how when she called you on your bluff, you changed the subject. That's what's so beautiful about that is you say that to him and then she goes, oh, you're just saying. And you know that she understood what you were doing to her. And so you changed the subject into the cleaning thing, which is a very, you know, which puts her in her place as a woman. Anyway, great. Cam, when you get dressed to go out, cross upstage for me right now, will you? Cross upstage. Try not to go further than there because I want to see you putting your coat on. When you go further, when you go past that point, I don't see you. And I want to see you putting your coat on.
Okay.
Even if you put the coat on the floor, it doesn't matter, whatever. But
Okay,
I don't go further than there. I love the illusion that creates, but I want to be able to see you putting your coat on.
Okay, so wait just a second, Bill. Let me figure it in the apartment.
Yeah.
Right now, I am in a line here.
Yep.
If I come out in this line,
Yeah. You're absolutely fine.
okay, so I'll know that it's in the line with the lower leg of this table.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, good.
Okay, great. You run it, Cam. Cam, come on back, honey. I love you. You have the two gentlemen beat when you bring that up, right?
Right.
There's two gentlemen coming. So this is your play on him, right?
Right.
You run that beat and play the mystery of it. Play it like it's a mystery that he doesn't know the answer to. Let's try that. Play it like a mystery.
Okay.
I think we should play maybe the line before that where I'm just kind of like thinking I'm on top of things.
Yes.
So what's the, I don't even remember what that line is.
So it really starts,
Now let's just start it with the there are two gentlemen coming or whatever. Let's start it
Okay,
with that.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm working with Cam on this anyway. So
Okay, I'm
what I
sorry,
want
I'm
her to do is to
sorry.
create this great mystery because you're the perfect person because you don't know anything about the mystery she's writing. Okay, here we go.
All right. Okay.
okay, without your old Meg. I gotta get things in for the two gentlemen.
What two gentlemen?
I'm expecting visitors.
What?
You didn't know that, did you?
Good and play. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? In other words, play with.
Didn't know that, did you?
Good, good. Come on closer to me now. Yeah, and keep going.
What are you talking about?
Two gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for a couple of nights.
Good. Now that sounds like a play, but I want you. Two gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for. In other words, it's you creating a mystery that drives him nuts. And I want you to run that mystery.
Okay, Bill, just a matter of advice. I've got to put the mirror someplace. Do I put it
Okay.
here? Or do I put it over here?
What mirror?
When she takes the pins out of her hair.
Oh, closer. Whatever's closer to the screen. Yeah, that works great.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to the two gentlemen. And again, you're going to set up a mystery. You're going to run it like a mystery play for him.
I got to get things in for the two gentlemen.
What two gentlemen?
Two gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for a couple of nights. I'm expecting them.
What are you talking about?
No, wait, when I come forward should be on. You didn't know that, didn't you? Did you?
Yeah, it could be either place would be fine. All I'm trying to get you to do is to run the play of this beat.
Okay, you didn't know that, did you?
What are you talking about?
All right, I'm lost.
Is it what?
Two gentlemen asked Petey if they could come and stay for a couple of nights.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true.
You're saying it on purpose.
Petey told me this morning.
Yeah, and as Petey told me this morning, it's keep the tension of the mystery going,
Petey
Cam.
told me this morning,
When was it? When did he see them?
last night.
Who are they?
Good. And now, Cam, can't you tell he's getting rattled? So that as you continue to play it, you enjoy playing it more because it's having the effect you want.
Last night.
Line.
Who are they?
Who are they?
I don't know.
Didn't he tell you their names?
No.
Here? They wanted to come here?
Yes, they did.
They're not coming.
No, it's why.
Why? Yeah.
Why?
This house is on the list.
But who are they?
You'll see when they come.
Oh, you'll see when they come, right? That's the mystery, right? Who are they?
You'll see when they come.
Yeah.
They won't come.
Why not?
I tell you, they won't come. Why didn't they come last night if they were coming?
Perhaps they couldn't find this place in the dark.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find in the dark.
They're not coming. I tell you, they're not coming. They're lying.
Someone's taking the Michael.
Someone's taking the Michael. Forget all about it. False alarm. False alarm. Oh, where's my tea?
I took it away. You didn't want it.
What do you mean you took it away?
I took it away.
What did you take it away for?
You didn't want it.
Who says I didn't want it?
You did.
Who gave you the right to take away my tea?
You wouldn't drink it.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Good. Perfect. Absolutely great. You knew you had him by the short hairs, Cam. That was great. And so what does he do? He goes, who do you think you're talking to? He changes the subject and puts him, come over here. You come. That's exactly what a man would do when he's lost control, is try to take control forcibly. That's the perfect solution to that section. That was great because you had him by the short hairs, honey. That was absolutely terrific. And the only thing he knows how to do is to go, come over here. I need to talk to you. I need to see you, right? That's just like putting the little woman in her place. That's the only play he's got left because you completely played him there. It was great.
Okay.
All right. Rob, pick up the line. I can't. Can I? Pick that up faster.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay. That's the other scene. Okay.
Yeah. Cam, when he's doing his last ruse about the concert, you have a line when you say, what'd you wear?
Uh-huh.
That should be a test. Because you think that he might be lying. So if you're telling the truth, what'd you wear? Come on, tell me that.
Oh, okay. So all these are test questions.
Sort of, yeah, to see if he's fucking with you or not.
Okay.
Right? That's great. You're trying to break the code. Absolutely great. And then your very last beat after all of this game playing and all this stuff, Cam, is desperation. Don't go away. Don't go away. That's all you've got left is desperation.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
So Bill, I have a question.
Sure. Come on back.
In the script, it says that Meg takes his coffee cup when he goes out to get the cigarette. Is that when you guys are doing that?
Yes, that's when they disappear. That's the end of the beat of one scene where.
Okay, because then she says later, I took it away. I didn't notice, so.
Yes, she did.
You know, I've never picked a place to take it away. Because I've never actually left when he takes the when he goes.
Ah,
Bill, I think I need a better place because I think it's too much if we both leave the screen. On stage, they'd see us on stage.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as if both of you leave the screen, that is a problem. Yeah, you've got to invent something so at least it leaves one of you on the screen.
Yeah, so I think I need to pick another place to take away the teacup,
Okay.
and I haven't settled on it yet.
Okay, great. Listen, guys, keep working those playful beats, you know, and we identified 2 more tonight. So watch the playback and work on those sections. It is getting so good.
Thanks, Bill. Thank
Oh,
you.
really?
Yeah, really good.
Isn't
Thanks.
it great when they fuck with each other like they know they're
Yeah.
fucking with each other? It is just-
hilarious.
I mean, remember the beginning of this scene, how you just didn't know what it was about. Now it is so fucking clear what this scene is about.
Yep.
It is just
Right,
so clear.
right.
It's great.
Thank you.
Okie doke. So who are we going back to next? Because I've lost track.
Vasily and me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Vasily, you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, you want me on book for this?
Yeah.
Cindy,
Okay.
you're a prize. Honey. Thank you.
Hey,
Where
Hey,
are we?
hey, he's back. You should be asleep, don't you think?
I just got off the plane and boy, are my arms tired.
John, hi.
Was it a successful trip?
Yeah, I mean, it was, what happened was a lot of the schools, this was the unified auditions, a lot of the schools didn't go because they did everything remotely. So there were many, much more less students there auditioning. So it was kind of, but I think we saw about 30 kids.
Yeah.
nice.
There's probably about 3 that you like out of the 30, right?
No, a lot of them were pretty good.
Yeah?
We're
Good.
going to accept, we'll accept all. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
I think they'll accept them all. They were all pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, welcome back and get plenty of rest.
Thank you.
All
They
right.
didn't bring any heat.
I know it was like 90 degrees yesterday in Anaheim.
It's
Right.
83 at the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah. God, I love working on Super Bowl night too. So good.
Well, right now the Bengals are losing.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Who
I think
cares?
it's 13-10.
13
in
to
favor
10.
of the
Oh yeah,
Rams.
they're getting slaughtered. Okay, who cares?
Go.
All right,
I
here
don't-
we go. What did we say we're doing next?
Ansh and me?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm looking for your scene. I know it's further down the pike than mine. La 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 la.
And now we go.
What's your name in this, Vasily?
Stuart.
I thought so.
It's page 43.
23?
243. Yeah.
Wait, did you say 243? That's
There
not
No, 43.
43. Ah, okay. Got it.
All right, Cindy, get off the
Yes, just a second. There, got it. Okay. I know you're looking at my chest.
All right.
All right.
The only fun I get.
Okay, so you should be alone in the picture, right? Doesn't Anj? Oh, you're just leaving the empty chair. Is that what you're gonna do? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Okay, here we go.
Hey, babe. It's me. What you doing? I'm just waiting for my next patient. Last night was great, wasn't it? It was great. What? So quickly? What is it with you women? You read some goddamn goddamn manuals, and then you think sex is supposed to go for hours or something? I mean, if you're so frigid and you can get excited in a couple of minutes, that's not my problem. No, it isn't. Well, fuck you too. Jesus, God. Betty, you can send in the next patient. Hello?
Hello.
What is in your mind this week?
Nothing.
God damn it, I don't feel like dragging any word out of you. Talk, damn it.
What?
You pay me to listen, so talk. I'm sorry, I'm on the edge today. All my patients are the same way. None of them talk. Well, this one guy talks, but he talks in Yiddish a lot. And I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Well, you should tell him you don't understand.
Well, don't tell me how to run my business. Besides, we're here to talk about you. So, how was your week? Another series of lonely, loveless evenings? I'm still here, babe.
Don't call me babe. No. I've had some pleasant evenings, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Hmm. You've been answering ads in the paper again.
Oh, yes, actually.
That's a slutty thing to do.
You know, as a therapist, you are utterly terrible.
I'm kidding you. You shouldn't lose your sense of humor, babe. Especially when you're in the promiscuous stage.
I am not promiscuous.
There is nothing wrong with being promiscuous. We're all human.
Yes, we're all human.
So who is this guy? Have you slept with him?
Dr. Framingham.
Really, I gotta know for therapy.
Yes. We've slept together once. I wasn't planning on
Is
it.
he better than me?
Stuart.
No, really. You like him better. Tell me.
Well, yes. Much better.
I suppose he took his time. I suppose it just lasted for hours. It's sick. Wanting sex to take a long time is sick.
Well, he tended to my every needs. Is that what you mean?
So this fellow was a real success, huh?
Success and failure are not really wonderful words to describe sexual outings. But yes, if you must know, it was a success. Oh, probably his experiences with men have made him a much better lover.
What?
He's bisexual.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so he says. But Masters and Johnson say that homosexuals make much more attentive lovers anyway.
Oh, bullshit. You're talking such bullshit. I understand all this now. You're obviously afraid of real men. And so you want to cuddle with some eunuch who isn't a threat to you? I understand all this now.
No need to call him a eunuch. A eunuch has no testicles.
I've got balls, babe.
Oh, I am so pleased for you. Has he entered into the Guinness Book of Records yet?
You're afraid of men.
I am not afraid of men. However, I don't like men who are boorish and idiotic, which is what you are.
Fackhead.
Look, line.
I admit I find this man's.
I find this man's bisexuality a little bit confusing, and I don't know if I quite believe it. And I think he's probably line
And emotional and
and
intellectual.
emotional and an intellectual nut. But, and besides, his attention to me is practically non-existent. I mean, what are my options? A 2-minute ride in the hay with you, where you think that, where you take no consideration for sexual intercourse and lying.
Wow, you make no distinction between sexual intercourse and push-ups.
And push-ups, and then a happy evening of admiring your underarm hair and belt buckles. What are you writing?
Like to give this patient electroshock therapy. I'd like to put patient into the closet, in a closet dry until her hair falls out. And I'd like to tie her to the radiator until.
I think this is obviously my last session.
No, you're just taking me seriously. I'm just testing you. It was a test. I was just putting you on.
For what purpose?
I can't tell. It can interfere your therapy.
You call this therapy?
Okay, we're reaching the richest part of our therapy, and I already can see the results. You never used to be able to express your anger so openly.
Oh, anybody can be goaded into anger. That's not change.
It is change. It is. I've helped you. But I think you entering just a very uncharted part of your life just now, and so you must stay with your therapy. You're going with homosexuals, and God knows what you're going to do next. I'm serious. I'm very serious. I'm holding the lifeline. Don't turn away.
Well, I'll think about it. Oh, I don't know.
You're a very sick woman, and you mustn't stay without a therapist, even for a day.
Is this session over?
We still have 30 minutes left.
Or could I go early?
I think it's very important, and we should finish out our session.
I think I should go.
Please. Please.
Oh, all right. All right. Oh, God's sake.
When are you seeing this person next time? I'm asking you as a therapist.
Tonight. He's making dinner for us.
He is making dinner.
He says he likes to cook.
I don't think I need to say anything more.
I don't think you do either.
Hey, babe.
Good, come on back. Well, it was a bit choppy, as they say, but we've got some really good moments in it. Let's go over a couple. There were some really, really good moments, but like I say, you guys hadn't rehearsed this a lot, have you? Or you have?
Yeah, pretty a lot, I'd say, right?
Yeah, we rehearsed.
Because it seems like you get going and then we have to reestablish, and that's sort of where it is. You're not connecting what's going on quite yet. All right, so
It's just a line issue, right?
Yeah, I think
well,
it is. Well,
yes. I don't. We come back to that. All right. Okay. So, you know what's really great is Vasily. you really do have a little bit of an arc in this scene. It's actually a pretty big arc. You start out as a very insecure man. I mean, and you play 98% of the scene as a very insecure man. And then the two of you stand up, and we can only imagine what's going on in there when Anj sits back down with the blouse hanging over her shoulder. We can only imagine what just happened. And then it's a different play for you, so that you're coming from a point of total confidence because you know you almost had her right there. So that when you
I
go,
always win. Yes.
yeah,
I
so
always-
when are you seeing him next? Oh, well, so what else can I say? You just had the best, right? It's if you play the whole scene insecure, and then after that moment, you like almost a different person, right? Because you are, and that's the reason you call the girl back up, because you're feeling macho again. You're feeling like you could do her again.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we just, Anj and I, we talked about it. The very last moment where I just, made a drink and I started
Yeah.
call somebody else. It's not in the script.
I know.
We just kind of added up to see what it feels like.
Yes, I know. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. And again, it's adding something else that isn't there.
Right.
And I'm just saying that can work with many playwrights. It does not work with Christopher Durang.
We thought we'd try that.
I know. Well, that's great. He does not want you to do any more writing than he has already done. Okay. He wants you to work within the limitations. Maybe what you're trying to express in that is something you want to try to figure out how to include that into it. But if it's just a bit to try to make me laugh, Christopher Durang would turn the screen off immediately.
I think what happens. I think for myself, I was trying to figure out how to create that arch you mentioned.
Yeah.
So by adding this just a little detail, which not to be necessary in the play, and actually I don't have an intention to add that. It was just an experiment to see what it feels like in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, to establish that arch.
It's not a gradual arc. It's like a night and day arc. In other words,
Right.
you spend that whole scene, and then once you have her in that silent little thing and she comes back, you have to have all the confidence of a macho male. And then
Right.
she goes, "Is this over?" She walks out. You're feeling confident. You pick up the phone, you dial it, you go, "Hello, babe." It's like I'm ready for you again. I can do you again because I just had somebody right here in my office.
Right.
Okay, that's the difference, right? Here we go. Vasily, on my mind. You have a line on my mind this week at the very beginning. What's the relationship of that line?
I'll tell you. What's on your mind this week? This is the first.
Right. So I want you to make that sexually suggestive, Vasily. So it's like, yeah.
Well, what's on your mind this week?
Yeah. Say, well, do you want to fuck me this week? Say that.
What's on your mind this week?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
Absolutely great. And you keep working that, right? Because what you're looking for is positive validation.
Right.
And you're not getting it anywhere. Anj, when you see the playback, don't call me babe. You did want to be, you can't, right?
Yeah.
It's so much better within yourself. You don't need that.
Okay. Thank you.
Answer. You've been answering ads, haven't you? There's got to be a sense of putting her in her place.
Right.
Right.
You've been answering ads in the paper again.
Well,
Yeah, you've been doing that
yes.
again, haven't you? I can tell, you dirty little girl. You've been answering ads in the paper.
It's a slutty thing to do.
Yes. Keep going with that. Go.
Oh, go ahead. Vasily?
What?
Yeah, we're gonna keep going with that. Keep going. Keep holding on to that. You've been answering ads. Go right from there and keep going.
You've been answering ads in the paper again.
No, that's not dirty enough. That's not dirty. Like, hey, you've been answering. I can.
You've been answering ads in the paper again.
Well, yes, actually.
It's a slutty thing to do.
You know, as a
That's
therapist,
no, that's a slutty thing to do. Yeah, you got to put her in her place. You've been a bad fucking girl. You've been
Okay.
answering right. It's all bad. Take
All
it
right.
from there. Keep going.
You've been answering ads in the paper again.
oh, yes, actually.
It's a slutty thing to do.
You know, as a therapist, you are utterly ridiculous.
Oh, I'm just kidding you. You shouldn't
Yeah.
lose your sense of humor, babe, especially when you're in the promiscuous stage.
I'm not promiscuous.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with being promiscuous. We're all human.
Yes, we're all human.
So, who is this guy?
Now, you really want to know because it's your ego. So, who is this guy? Right?
Oh, who is this guy? Have you
Yeah.
slept with him?
Yeah.
Dr. Framingham.
Really? I gotta know for therapy.
Well, yes, we've slept together once. Well, I didn't mean it to
Is he
happen.
better
It's
than me?
Stuart.
No, really. You like him better. Tell me.
Good. Absolutely great. Now, and when you guys work on this next, work on peppering these questions. Is he better than me? Is he da 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 da? This is your insecurity. You got to know these answers to these questions really quickly. So try running that at a really tight rhythm. Is he better than me? Let's go from there. Keep shooting the questions. As soon as she answers, you're on to the next question. And go.
Let's go from the top of that page. There is nothing wrong with being promiscuous. We're all human.
Yes, we're all human.
So, who is this guy? Is he better than me?
It's
I'm sorry. Who is this guy? Have you slept with him?
Dr. Framingham.
Really? I gotta know for therapy.
Yes, we have slept together once. I didn't mean it to happen. It's
Is he better than me?
Stuart.
No, really. You like
No,
him
really.
better.
Keep going. Yeah, I'll have
really.
that
You
10.
like him? Tell
Yes.
me.
Yes, much better.
I suppose he took his time.
Yeah.
I suppose it lasted just hours.
No, still fast. I suppose he took his time. I suppose it lasted hours. This is the rhythm that you got to use because this demonstrates your insecurity because of your need to know the answers to these questions quickly. Let's go from, is he better than me? And
Is he better than me?
Stuart.
No, really. You like him better. Tell me.
Yes, much better.
I suppose he took his time. I suppose it lasted just hours. That's sick. Wanting sex to take a long time is sick.
Well,
Good.
it's
good,
mean-
good. Yes, Vasily, that's the note. Yes, absolutely. Don't you feel that? And it really puts Anj on the spot, you know?
Thomas, I'm like, the lights
Yeah.
are on.
Like, yeah, and it's part of just like I'm putting her on her own space, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You're putting her off. You're making her feel insecure, so you
Right.
are secure.
I see.
Right?
Mhm.
Right. Let's go from what are you writing?
Okay. So, Anj, can you go just a couple lines before that?
Yep.
And line is
I mean, I find this man's supposed bisexuality confusing, and I don't quite believe it, is where that starts.
look, I find this man's bisexuality confusing, and I don't quite believe it, and I think he's probably an emotional and an intellectual nut, and his attention to me is practically non-existent, and what are my options? A 2-minute roll in the hay with you, where you make no distinction between sexual intercourse and push-ups, and then a happy evening of admiring your underarm hair and belt buckles. What are you writing?
I'd like to give this patient electroshock therapy. I'd like to put this patient in a clothes dry until her hair falls out. I'd like to tie her to the radiator and...
I think this is obviously my last session.
Great,
No,
great.
no.
Vasily, that's correct. That's absolutely right. Yeah. It didn't happen that way when you did it. You'll see the playback. But that was great. It was absolutely great. Now anger, right. What are you running? Can we take it from there one more time and run it to the end of the scene? Because it's very close to the end, right?
Okay.
Yep, take it from the same place. And here we go.
Look, I admit I find this man's bisexuality confusing, and I don't know if I quite believe it. And I think he's probably an emotional and intellectual nut and line.
But so far his
But
competition.
so far his competition for me is practically non-existent. What are my options? A 2-minute roll in the hay with you, where you find no distinction between sexual intercourse and push-ups, and then a happy evening of admiring your underarm hair and belt buckles. What are you writing?
I'd like to give this patient electroshock therapy. I'd like to put this patient into clothes dry until her hair falls out. I'd like to tie her to the radiator and...
I think this is obviously my last session.
No. No. You're just taking me seriously. I was just testing you. It was a test. I was just putting you on.
For what purpose?
I can tell you it would interfere our therapy.
You call this therapy?
Okay, we're reaching the richest part of our therapy, and I already can see the results. You never used to be able to express your anger so openly.
Anybody can be goaded into anger. That's not change.
It is change. It is. I helped you, but I think you are entering a very uncharted part of your life.
Great job, you guys. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You followed through on that moment beautifully. That's what I was trying to get you to do. That's absolutely great. It's really coming along. Okay. Nice work on both of your parts. Really great.
Thanks.
I love this scene.
Me too.
I really do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Come on back, everybody.
Bill, can I just mention a technical problem that I
Sure.
see?
Sure.
Is I know that Vasily is the psychiatrist, but Ange is so much lower down than Vasily that
What do you mean
it
low-
looks strange.
What do you mean lower down?
So his head is at the top of the screen right now,
Right.
and Ange is at the time of the performance was about halfway
Oh,
halfway
you're
on.
just saying they should both be in the same frame.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful piece, but I kept thinking, oh my God, he's somehow on a 6-foot stool and she's on a 2-foot chair, which
Okay. Yeah.
is
and-
appropriate.
Just
Perhaps
like this?
It's just a visual illusion. So it means that if we want to match it up, it means that, I cannot move closer because I have a desk here.
But you can move your computer up.
No,
your
I can't. I have a stationary thing here.
We have a stationary.
So I just moved the computer closer to
Yeah, I
me.
think it was more your framing than Vasily's.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
it means I have to sit here this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And what you want to do, just again, avoid having to move forward unless
Right.
it's absolutely necessary.
Okay.
Because then what you do is contain your frustration or whatever it is within yourself. And you're a sick person. So that's where
I'm very sick.
that's where that frustration should be. And excellent. Okay. Cool beans. All right. So where are we going next? Cam and do we do Cam and Mel next? Is that the silly little British scene? What else have we? Oh, we got.
We have me and Cindy at one point.
Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out who's working. I just want to make sure everybody gets to work as much as they want. Yeah, let's do Mel and then we'll finish up with you and Cindy.
Let me try this.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's sort of a mess, but wait a
So
minute.
what are you guys doing? Am I?
If
I
you're doing
think I
Oh, no,
have
it's
the
on.
script. Yes,
Oh,
I
you
think I
have it,
have the
okay.
script. Let me just check. Hold on.
it's the Noel Coward scene, right?
Oh, I don't have that. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You know what we're gonna go on. Where is it?
Okay, this is, let's see.
Oh, Fallen Angels. Here we are. Where is it? Okay.
Does this look too weird?
All right, I have it. I have the
Right.
lines.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There you go, darling. You're very elegant. Yes.
Okay, wait a minute, Norman? Baby, I'm about to do something, so you better clear the kitchen for now. No, no, not right now.
Okay, anytime you're ready.
Mm. Have some more wine.
No, thank you.
Well, don't shout.
I shall shout if I like, Julia. You mustn't be dictatorial.
Oh, let's have a toast.
Maurice Duclos.
Maurice Duclos. Mm.
Julia,
Mhm.
wouldn't it be awful if a tree blew down and killed Fred and Willie on the golf links?
Oh, Jane, how can you?
It would serve us right.
Oh, it would be too awful. I should never forgive myself.
Neither should I.
Have some more wine.
No, thank you.
Here you are.
Thanks, darling. What are you laughing at?
You look frightfully funny.
What's the matter with me?
Don't know, you just do.
So do you.
Oh.
Come
I
and
think,
look at yourself.
I think it's our heads. They're far too big.
Ooh, that's because we had too much wine.
Much too much.
Let's sit down.
Right. Mm.
Julia, wouldn't it be terrible if the Queen suddenly came in?
Oh, I don't think she will. She's in Paris.
She's back. I'm beginning to feel warm and comfortable.
I'm feeling absolutely marvelous myself. Will you have a liqueur?
I couldn't. Don't be ridiculous.
No, do. I ordered it specially for you. It rounds off the evening so nicely.
It certainly does.
Well, it's supposed to make you feel rather.
How thoughtful of you, dear.
Will you have some fruit?
I couldn't.
Do. It rounds off the evening so nicely.
Oh, for heaven's sake, stop rounding off the meal because it's getting on my nerves.
Oh, Jane, don't be so temperamental.
It's only a suggestion. Do you think it would matter if I took off my shoes?
Not in the least. They always do in Japan, I believe. Quite an old custom.
If Maurice had any instincts, he'd arrive now, looking
Oh, and make them
marvelous.
he'd make the most lovely sort of a baffled scene.
What would baffle him?
Us, of course, because we'd be so marvelously stately and aloof.
I shouldn't be stateful and aloof. I should give in without a moan.
And then he'd want me more.
If you think that's the way to make him, you'd better encourage me.
You don't need any encouraging, Jane.
What do you mean by that?
What I say.
Oh, yes, of course.
Anyway, Jane, I should never allow you to cheapen yourself like that.
How dare you
How dare I what?
insult me?
I didn't insult you.
Yes, you did. You went too far. What you said was beyond a joke.
It wasn't meant to be a joke. I hate jokes bitterly.
Then you meant what I said?
Meant what?
How can anyone carry on a conversation with you when you keep on saying what all the time? If you can't say what I grasp, you'd better go to bed.
That was exceedingly rude of you, Jane.
I'm sorry, Julia, but you're annoying me.
Unfortunately, this happens to be my flat.
Never mind, you'll get used to it in time.
Oh, Jane, do stop bickering.
How can I stop bickering when you sit there abusing me?
I never abused you.
Yes, you did. You insinuated that I was brazen.
Well, so you are brazen sometimes. We all are. It's human nature to be brazen sometimes.
Nothing of the sort.
Oh, do stop contradicting me. You're infuriating me now.
Who was it wouldn't leave London this morning?
Why on earth should I want to leave London this morning? I am very, very disappointed in you. I thought you had a nicer mind than that.
Suppose you think that your mind's a lovely gilt basket filled with mixed fruit with a bow on the top.
Well, it's better than being an old sardine tin with a few fins left in it.
You'll regret that remark in your soberer moments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have lost my sense of humor. Perhaps because I'm tired. And we've been together so much lately. I think we're grating on each other's nerves.
All right. Now tell me, where are my shoes?
Oh, they can't have gone far. I really don't know. They can't have gone far.
I should like to shake you and shake you and shake you until your eyes drop out.
Indeed.
Yes. When you're superior and grand like that, you rouse the very worst in me.
Obviously.
You make me feel like the French Revolution virago, Julia. I should like to run up and down Bond Street with one of your tiny heads on a pole.
I think it would be as well for you to pull yourself together, Jane.
I could bring you down to earth in one moment if I like.
Oh, what vulgarity.
This is not vulgarity, Julia. It's something I was much more ashamed of than vulgarity, but I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Julia, I've kept something from you.
I wish you'd go home, Jane.
And now I'm glad I did keep it to myself. I suppose you're still far too grand to be curious. It concerns Maurice.
Oh, it concerns Maurice, does it?
I thought that would rouse you.
I think you had better tell me if you don't want to wreck our friendship forever.
It certainly will wreck our friendship forever when I do tell you, and I don't care.
Line.
Julia,
Oh,
I know where he is.
it's a lie.
No, it's true. He telephoned me while I was dressing this evening.
Jane.
I didn't want to tell you because I thought it might have hurt your feelings, but now I know you haven't got any feelings to hurt. A shallow sort of social vanity.
Tell me then, where is he?
I shall do nothing of the sort. I don't want you to rush round there and make a fool of yourself.
How dare you? How dare you? I will never speak to you again as long as I live. You are utterly contemptible. Please go at once.
No, certainly I shall. You must curb your social sense, Julia, that leads you to drunken orgies and abuse.
Line.
Go away.
Go. Go away.
line.
Certainly I shall, and it may interest you.
Certainly I shall. And it may interest you to know that I am going straight to Maurice.
Liar.
And I
Liar.
go away with him at once. And you and Fred and Willie can just go to hell, the whole lot of you.
Oh, thank you. Great, girls. Great. Oh my God. You guys love doing that, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. It's wonderful. I have a couple of questions. And I got a real specific area that I want you guys to work on for next time. First of all, the very beginning, the Queen, she's back. It's the strangest transition in the scene. Can we break that down and figure out how that line works in there, where that comes from? Because it looked like it came from Toledo.
Well, it is Cam's least favorite line, and it's my favorite line. So we have argued about this line
Oh,
a
well,
long time.
at least
I
I've
just think it's so very funny that, I mean, the Queen.
Oh, it's not my
Queen.
least.
And then she says, as if the Queen actually might walk in any minute.
Yeah.
No, she won't, because she's in Paris.
Yes, right.
Well,
Right.
it's not that it's my least favorite line. It's just that if we had infinite time to do the scene,
Which we do.
I would love it. We do? Okay.
Yeah. We can figure this out. Can I get 2 or 3 lines before we go into it and 2 or 3 lines through it? Let me hear it.
You look frighteningly funny.
Say it again, Cindy.
You look
Or
frighteningly, you look frighteningly funny.
Oh, you look fright. Oh God, that's all the laughing scene. You look frightfully funny.
What's the matter with me?
I don't know, you just do.
So do you. Come and look at yourself.
Ooh. I think it's our heads. They're far too big.
That's because we had too much wine.
Oh, much too much.
Let's sit down.
All right.
And then comes the Queen.
Yeah, wouldn't it be terrible?
Yeah. And I think, wouldn't it be terrible if the Queen suddenly came in?
Oh, I don't think she will. She's in Paris.
She's back.
Good. So I think when you settle back, you should both have a little sip of your drink when you settle back, right? And then when you stop, and then as a sort of a drunk, silly question, you say, wouldn't it be funny if the Queen just came in? Oh, well, so that it becomes more of a drunk diatribe than anything serious. And I just think it needed that little bit of a drink to kick it off. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Good. That'll give you a definite in and out.
Okay.
Right. Mel, from the section where you say that's exceedingly rude, right? It's feel free to play the yes, no, yes, no, yes, no argument that you're doing, because I mean, do stop contradicting me is the end of it. Is like, and you're not contradicting each other. You're saying one thing and saying another thing, but the edge of contradiction is not there. You know? What is that? Where does that section begin with? What lines does that begin with?
Okay, how can anyone carry a conversation with you when you keep?
Yeah, let's start it from, that was exceedingly rude. All right.
That's the next line after that.
All right, let's start it from that line. All right, here we go. And remember, you're contradicting each other. You're arguing with each other. You got to take
Starting with that was extremely rude.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the initiation. What's her response to
That
that?
comes after brazen.
No, it's how can anyone carry a conversation with you when you keep on saying what all the time? If you can't say what I grasp, you better go to bed. And then Julia says that was exceedingly rude of you.
Oh, right, that's the second contradiction.
Well, let's just start it with, that was exceedingly rude of you. Just start it as an attack. All right, and here we go. Attacker.
That was extremely rude of you, Jane.
Well, I'm sorry, Julia, but you're annoying me.
Unfortunately, this happens to be my flat.
Never mind. You'll get used to it in time.
Oh, do stop bickering, Jane.
How can I stop bickering when you sit there abusing me?
I never abused you.
Yes, you did. You insinuated that I was brazen.
Good,
So
Cam.
you
Good. Let's go back right to the beginning of this. Good, Cam. You're saying it, but you're not taking that moment to be insulted, that half a second beat. You've got to hear the insult and then turn it back on her. That's where that yes, no, give and take contradiction comes from. You got to receive the insult for at least a half a second before you reply.
Okay, Bill, I feel like I'm too angry and like the English accent is getting in my way.
The English accent is not getting in your way. Actually, I was going to tell you you're doing quite well. So just keep working with your partner on that. But and you don't have to yell to you just got to. Well, that was fucking rude of you. Well, you fucking bitch yourself. You can get the edge without yelling, but it's got to have the edge, and that's what I'm working for. The edge of contradiction. The edge of arguments. And an argument doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't. Quiet arguments are actually a little more dangerous. Man, here we go.
That was exceedingly rude of you, Jane.
Well, I'm sorry, Julia, but you're annoying me.
Unfortunately, this happens to be my flat.
Never mind. You'll get used to it in time.
Oh, stop bickering, Jane.
How can I stop bickering when you sit there annoying me?
I never annoyed you.
Good. You know, that little moment, Mel, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That little moment that Mel had there is the little moment you need before you have a reply.
Okay.
Right. And then it becomes contradiction because you're both receiving the negative comment.
Okay.
It's about catching the ball, putting it in Super Bowl terms. It's about catching the ball and then doing something with it. But you've got to catch the ball first before you can do something. It doesn't have to take a long time, but you got to catch the ball first. Otherwise, what you do with it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Is that a good sports metaphor?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
All right. So the section that I want you guys to really work on is Cam says, I could shake you. I could just shake you, right?
Yeah, I should like to shake you and shake you and shake you until your eyes drop out.
Yes. From that point on, all the way to the end of the scene, it is a liquor attack. It's a liquor. You guys are no editor, no liquor. You guys gotta, that's gotta be a tighter rhythm. You just gotta let the liquor speak for you and go, yes, and go right at it from there all the way to the end of the scene. Don't let it go. Hang on to it. Let's see where it takes you, because you got to drive to the finish of this thing, and then it will be fucking brilliant because it's completely the opposite of where the scene started.
So Bill, are you saying as we get there, then we do not take the time?
Yes.
There we really just pick up the.
Absolutely. You
Yeah,
just sort of,
pick up
you
the
just,
pieces
but
and-
yeah, you let the liquor do the talking from there on.
Okay, so we don't receive it, we just blah.
Yeah. Well, you can take a half a second to receive it if it's really hurtful. And if it's just a flesh wound, then move on, Okay. All right, great work, ladies. It's so good. It's I'm so proud of what we've done with this scene. It really it's stunning. I think Mr. Coward would love it.
Bill, are you sure about right? I feel so detached from myself with the accent right now. Sometimes in rehearsal it feels good, but tonight
Well, it's new, Cam. Of course you're going to have that feeling. That's all part of trying to do something that you've never really done before. It's feeling uncomfortable is stage one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we've got a few weeks. But like I say, from last week to this week, I can see that it's going in the right direction.
Okay.
You just got to stick with it.
Okay.
Right. Just like Mel has to stick with her American accent.
I've been.
I know. All right. Come on back. Yeah, I love this scene too, you guys. I really
Fun.
do. I love it.
Yeah, great.
Thanks, Ange, for the book.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, look, what are you,
Hi, Pepino.
what the hell are you guys doing? Where are you now?
The kitchen.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's move on to Rob and Cindy, and then we're signing off for the night.
All right.
All right.
Let's do Fast Plane to China, number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, first.
Okay.
All right. Second. All right, whenever you're ready.
I gotta go, Dad.
What do you mean you gotta go?
I can't stay here anymore.
Where are you going?
China.
China.
Yes, I am going to China.
What on earth for?
I want to spread my wings, Dad.
See,
But
this
Teresa-
is what sounds strange to me, right? She says, I gotta go, Dad. You know, like you're holding her from going somewhere. But
Okay.
you don't know where she's going. That's what seems strange to me.
Okay.
In the script, that's what seems strange to me. Doesn't
All
it? You see what I'm saying, Rob?
Not really, but I guess I'll look at it.
Well, I mean, start it again. I'm going to stay online with you. Start the first line. Go ahead.
I gotta go, Dad.
What do you mean you gotta go?
I can't stay here anymore.
Where are you going?
China.
China.
Yes, I'm going to China.
What on earth for?
I want
Yeah, good. So when she says I'm leaving, and what's the first line? What's the first line? Go, start it again. Go.
She says I gotta go. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
gotta go, Dad.
What do you mean you gotta go?
I
Good.
can't-
Now then she said, I gotta go, Dad. What on earth are you going to China for? That's what you ought to cut to.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So like, she's going to China, but it's the fact that she's leaving that's bothering you, not that you don't know where, because the assumption is when she says, Dad, I gotta go, that that she's gonna have to go, you know that. And then you go, why do you have, then you bring up the issue is why do you have to go to China of all fucking places? Actually, in a contemporary sense, isn't that one of the last places you'd want your
Okay.
daughter to go right now?
Right. So okay, yeah. So I gotta go, Dad. Then I can go jump to what on earth for?
Yeah, what on earth do you have to go to China for?
Okay, so we'll go. What on earth are you going to China? What on earth are you going to China for?
Right, then it'll make sense. All right, let's go back from there. Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
So you're gonna send me whatever you change on this, yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
You'll
get it. He's gonna go right to a line. You'll know what the pickup is.
I gotta go, Dad.
What on earth are you going to China for?
What's the next line in the script?
I
Normal.
want to spread my wings.
I want to spread my wings. That's it. That's a perfect cut. You get it, Cindy?
But then he already knows that I'm going to China?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure if the rest of it. Okay, we'll see how it.
We'll see how it tracks, but I think
Right.
it'll work.
Okay. Okay. I hear you. I think I hear you now, Bill.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. I gotta go, Dad.
What on earth are you going to China for?
I want to spread my wings, Dad.
But Teresa, you don't need to go to China to spread your wings.
Yes, but that's what I am doing.
See, now it's great now because now it's about her going to the other side of the globe.
Okay.
It's not about her leaving you as much as it's going to the other side of the fucking, why does it have to be fucking China? I mean, can't you go to Teaneck? How about Passaic? China? So I think,
Jersey City.
yeah, there you go. All right, let's start it one more time. Doesn't it make more sense to you, Rob?
Okay, it cuts to the chase. I hear
Yeah.
you. Thank you for the note.
All right, here we go. Let's start it again. Let's start it again.
Okay. All right. I gotta go, Dad.
What on earth are you going to China for?
I want to spread my wings, Dad.
But Teresa, you don't need to go to China to spread your wings.
Yes, but that's what I'm doing.
Who put you up to this? Who's behind this?
Dad, I am not going with any guy.
What? So you're going alone?
Yes.
That doesn't sound very safe. Remember the time you went to Wisconsin all by yourself? You ended up in the hospital?
Yes, Dad, I got food poisoning and I was out the next day. Everything worked out just fine.
Well, what if you get food poisoning in China?
Don't they have hospitals there too?
I suppose so. Well, what if you run into Chinese mafia?
Dad, please.
I thought maybe you were going with a group or something.
No, Dad, just the me, myself, and I group.
Why don't you consider a nice place here in Jersey City?
Oh, what? So you can have me in your backyard?
Come to think of it, there's an available apartment right next door to us.
Dad, I need to get away.
Away from me, right?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you're thinking.
I need to be on my own, make my own decisions.
You can do that next door.
Dad, I gotta go. Now stop controlling me.
I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
I know, Dad, I know.
I love you.
I know you do, Dad.
Do you really think you'll be safe in China all by yourself?
Yes, Dad.
I certainly hope so.
I am a grown woman now.
You're still my little girl.
Not anymore, Dad.
I guess I'm just not needed anymore.
Oh, sure you are. I just have to do this so I know that I can. It's important to me.
If you must go, fine. Go. I will give you my blessing.
Great. Thank you.
You call me
Of course.
every day?
Every other day. I need my space, Dad.
All right, every other day.
Look, I know you care about me, but trust that you and Mom raised me well. I'm intelligent. I won't do anything stupid.
Don't eat any sushi.
I won't.
How soon are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I got a last minute super cheap flight from China Airlines.
And when are you returning?
I don't know.
This is a one-way flight?
Yes.
Where will you be staying?
I've worked something out with the bear sanctuary I'll be volunteering at.
A bear sanctuary?
Yes, fabulous deal.
Doesn't sound very safe.
Oh, Dad, will you please stop worrying?
Well, don't stay very long, not more than a month, okay?
Dad!
Okay, 2 months.
I will let you know when I decide.
This is hard for me, baby girl.
I know.
You are moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Why, I used to say that all
Yes.
the time.
Yes, you did. You taught me well.
Too well.
Well, Dad, I am on the next fast plane to China, thanks to you teaching me so well.
God, shoot me now.
Don't say that, Dad. So long for now.
Wait a minute. I should say something.
What now, Dad?
I'm sorry, okay? I've been desperately trying to control you here. I shouldn't keep doing that. So please forgive me.
It's okay, Dad. I know you worry a lot ever since Mom died.
No, I've been a controlling father ever since before that.
It's okay, Dad. I forgive you.
Thank you. Have a safe trip now. Don't forget to call.
Oh, I won't. I know I'll hear from you if I don't.
Oh, you better believe it. I better get going now. I'm late for group therapy. See, I just added that.
That line.
I just came up with that with now.
Well, I'm glad. Put that in the script. I love it. I
That's
gotta go out. Yeah.
Funny.
So funny, right? That's just great. That's great, Rob. Good. Again, somebody who would need to go to group therapy would be a little more. Who put you up to this? It needs to be a little more accusing. Whose fault is this? And I know it's not my fault. I know it's not your fault. Somebody else was involved in this, wasn't it? So, just a little more paranoid about that. Cindy says, or sure you are. What is that line?
I'm not needed anymore. And then it's a sure you are.
Yeah, he when he says I'm not needed anymore. Oh, you've heard him play that card 100 times. You can almost laugh
Mhm.
at that. Oh, come on. Sure you are. You know, I mean, just knowing him, that's a little bit, you know, so that it, okay, so that it brings in a little more history. Also, you're the reason you're leading, I got to go now, Dad, is because you're very excited because you got super cheap tickets, right? That's why it's all of a sudden, that's where it came from.
Last
Right.
minute super cheap flight from China Airlines.
Yeah. The one section I want to work on is I used to say that. What, can we get a couple lines before that and
Okay, let me see
get
here.
into that line?
Yeah, fast and free. Where is that? Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Two or
okay,
three lines.
I think I can go with you are moving so fast.
okay.
Oh, all right, here we go.
You are moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Good. Now you need to say that in a different, it's the best way to move, fast way. In other words, like that, again, it's another point that you know him and you are going right for the juggler on that thing and do it at full rhythm, full speed. And then you got to catch that football and then do something with it, Rob, but you got to take that moment to catch the ball as well. All right, here we go. And same spot.
You're moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Why I used to say that all
Good.
the
Now,
time.
see, no, right. And you've got to wait. I used to say, in other words, you got to really take that ball and examine it for a minute.
Okay,
Say,
okay.
"Hey,
I need more of a pause. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
actually I have a 4 ellipse pause here. I mean,
Yeah, you even wrote it in and you're not taking it? What an asshole. All right, here we go.
oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that.
And here we go.
All right.
Same spot.
Okay. You're moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Why I used to say that all the time.
Okay, good. A little, you can pick it up a little bit faster. It's like, where have I heard that before? And then it's like, oh, fuck, are you using my own words against me? It's got to have that aspect to it. Try it one more time. Man, here we go.
You're moving so fast.
I like moving fast.
Too fast.
It's the best way to move, fast and free, courageously and decisively.
Why I used to say that all the time.
Yes, you did. You taught me well.
Too well.
Well, Dad, I'm on the next fast plane to China.
Great. That's it, Rob. That's the right time. That's
Okay.
great. That's good. And the last note I got for you on this is when you tell her wait, at the very end of the scene, that's a different dynamic. You should cop to everything that's honest from right on. There's no complaining. There's no bitching. It's just, all right, I have been this. This is who I am. This is what I did. Try to
Right.
stay safe, whatever that is. But that's got to be, you got to admit to your bad behavior.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. And so I just say thank you. Have a safe trip, Mel. Don't forget to call. Should I take that one out?
It sounded fine to me. No,
Oh, okay.
that sounded.
Okay. Don't forget to call.
Yeah. Look, I'm an asshole, but have a nice trip. Don't forget to call. Right.
So they were kind of laughing at my behavior now. It's like she says, "I won't. I know you'll hear from me. If I don't, you don't."
Yeah.
And I, you better believe it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it in a more lighthearted way.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you've copped to your own behavior. Listen, it's late, so we're going to work on the second scene next week. Okay.
Okay, I respect that. It's 10. You give us a lot of time on this one, so it's 10 to 10.
I did.
Right.
I would rather work something in detail than try to get both of those scenes in. And between the
Right.
two of these two scenes, I like this one's like, this is like a 10 and the other's like lower than that for me.
Okay, well, actually, maybe we'll just work on this one for.
I would love that because I think it's
and-
great for, don't you guys think it's great for
the
the two
nasty
of them?
guy anyway?
Right.
You
I
guys-
mean, I'm already playing a misogynist guy in the other scene well, not misogynist, but I'm definitely playing
Yeah,
like,
a
whatever.
man, a manly man.
So you think maybe we should?
I hate this guy, and I'm like, they know it's not you.
Yeah.
Right, I know. Well, maybe we shouldn't consider it for this. Maybe just this scene.
I like this scene. I think it fits both of you very well.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I feel better about that. Okay, great. And
Okay.
now we have to start working on memorizing because we haven't worked on memorizing, and I've been.
All of you except except for Mel and Anj and Cam, who are usually mostly off book. The rest of you should really bust your ass and start to do it because tick, tick, tick. Next week's week 3. So I just
All right.
getting a little closer, and I'd like to start taking those kind of risks. That's what the class is about. Is about
Right,
taking risks. And if it's right in front of you, I don't get to see you actually taking those risks.
Well, my play will be done by this Friday, so.
I know. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how it's going to read with the 17 pages we cut. So
Unbelievable.
that's great. Oh yeah, no, it's going to be great. I really, I think we're getting closer, and we're doing a lot of cutting so we can probably make it funnier after the read through.
Okay. Well, have a good night. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank all of you. Great work, John. Welcome back home.
Can I just ask a question?
All right. What?
Just quickly, I just want to confirm this, make sure we're all on the same page. So, because we're doing the performances of the scene night, the 11th and the 13th, are we confirmed for Thursday the 10th for the final tech dress?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm available. So I'm just waiting to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
10th,
you
Thursday
guys,
the 10th?
you guys need to work all that out, but
Okay.
I'm available. I got the time set up.
Well, we need to check with Leslie.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure Leslie is assuming that we're going to be there, but we should check with her, of course,
Okay.
Well,
I'll
what
do that.
difference does it make? It's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Zoom. I
as
mean,
well as Ali and Gaither have to be confirmed, of course.
Is Allie going to be able to tech it?
I believe so. Isn't that true? Isn't that the case?
Is that the case?
is it Ally
What?
or is it
What are you
Keith?
What are you talking about? The scene night?
Yeah. Do we have a tech
I
person
thought
that
we were
night?
not having a tech person.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
I
Oh
thought
no!
we
Wait a
were.
minute. Wait. I think okay, I got to work on that because it was the opening credits and stuff. It was the opening stuff. Somebody needs to run all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
and it would be helpful also because I would like to pop in and out between scenes and talk just a little bit.
Right. I think maybe Keithlin. I'll start with Keithlin because it's not going to be as big a job as the other ones.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
What dates are we talking about?
11th and 13th of March.
Well, the
Okay, good.
performances.
Yeah, I have
yeah,
that.
the performance
I have
11th
Friday
and
night,
15th,
Sunday
but we're
afternoon,
talking about having the final tech dress on Thursday the 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, you guys, super duper work. I can't tell you how proud I am of all of you. Have a great
Thanks,
night.
Bill. I really think I advanced a lot tonight. Really.
John,
You have.
more so than I can ever remember.